2006, and I would release some scandalous information about Ken Kennedy early, so that I don't have to deal with that crap later on.
You're not a King Kennedy
Fuck that
fan.
guy.
On the last podcast, man, you
No,
were
who
singing his
is?
praises the whole time. What are you talking
I
about?
sure was. So
Yeah.
much so that I stopped taking notes for the rest of the show. That's how much.
His face infuriated you so much. You said, "I am putting this pen down."
It does, because he looks like a cheese curd.
I
Which is
said this. I
fitting.
think I had a note and I didn't
It is
say it
fitting.
during the show. He looks like cheese curd Bob Holly.
Oh, yeah, you did say
Yeah.
that.
Speaking of which, Bob Holly wasn't on this pay-per-view that we're about to review.
No. Also,
And it's a travesty.
how come every white dude in wrestling has done the blonde hair thing? That blonde hair thing. All of them. Think about it.
The Eminem one?
The Eminem hairdo, except
him.
it existed
It's-
before that.
The frosted tips.
No,
No, I
like
think
you
it's
think
like
about
the
like the
bleach
Barry
blonde.
Windhams and the bleach blonde and the Ric Flairs
Flair,
and all of
yeah.
those guys doing that thing.
Oh,
is
it
the
goes
Ric
back.
Flair.
It goes back to Gorgeous George, actually.
There you
Um,
go.
Yeah.
Because he started doing that because back in the whatever decade
See,
he was
you have an
wrestling
answer.
in. I have a book about Gorgeous George, and I read like the first few chapters and then got bored to death. And in it was saying like he was the originator of that, and he did it because back in that decade, if you even insinuated that you had a hint of flamboyance to you, people were gonna boo you. So he's
You were
like,
a
let me go
Nancy boy."
all the way into this. I'm gonna dye my hair, which like no guy did around then. And then like so and so copied it from so and so, who copied it from Ric Flair, who copied it from so and so, who copied it from blah 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 down the line.
It really is the gayest fucking sport in that there is. It
Mhm.
really is. Holy shit. Holy shit.
They boo all the drag
Ugh.
queens because they're jealous. They want to be them.
Oh, I was watching this dude do an entrance on the indies, and I'm like, this is just a drag show. Like, this entrance is 5 minutes of singing and dancing, essentially. Yeah.
Ooh, a whole
yeah.
cabaret
Anyways.
spectacle.
It's like one of Effie's shows.
Yes. Yeah, actually, yeah, that is. Have you ever? Well, no.
We almost
I don't
went.
think we did. We almost went. God, yeah.
Oh yeah.
That
We
was
would not have been
Not
able to
in
make
Florida.
it in time.
No, we wouldn't have.
Because we didn't get back from
So-
that bar until like what, 8-9 o'clock.
It was like late
Yeah.
in the afternoon, evening.
Yeah. Because it got dark. So yeah.
So I'm gonna say this about this show. We're doing the Royal Rumble 2002.
Mhm.
I'm Anthony, the guy in the. This is
Top
fun
left.
every time. The top. No, for me it's the top right quadrant. Christopher Kaufman. For you, you're the bottom right quadrant, Darrell, or Darrell. Darrell, I
Some
can never
bottom right,
tell
yeah.
because bottom right, and then the other guy, the only one left, is Patrick Cheeseman, who your name is a lie because it's spelled wrong. Like just get
We're
it
doing
legally
this
changed
again.
and do the 2 E's. Yes,
I'm
because
guessing
I was
that-
looking
I'm
at it
guessing
on
that-
my
you know,
phone
I'm
when I was
guessing
texting.
At some point, it was 3 E's, and then my ancestors emigrated over here, and they dropped one.
What?
I'm guessing.
Wait, so were you guys
That
like
happens all the
cheesemongers
time.
back wherever you're from? Where are you from? Where is your heritage?
I'm
Give me
Irish,
your DNA
Italian,
now.
and German.
And you just got.
Oh, you got all the fascists.
Yeah, I
Not
did.
the Irish.
Well, not the, not
Oh,
the
well,
Irish.
I didn't hear the Irish. I heard the Italian and German part. Okay, sorry. You got 2 fascists and rebels. There you go.
Yeah.
All right, man.
Oh, hey, am I wrong about the other 2? Mussolini, the other guy. Come on.
They actually fled during that time.
Who fled?
My ancestors did.
Where'd they flee to?
The States.
Like, you guys are on an island. Oh, okay, yeah, okay. Hey, you're not. You're pointing down, Kaufman, so you're saying they fled to Darrell in my
Yeah.
They did.
What the fuck does that mean?
And Darrell took them in.
I don't know. You're just
As
he's
refuge.
just Kaufman's pointing down, and or Kurt Angle's weird CGI Kurt Angle staring at me from behind.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
I can
Just
Hi
like
everybody.
the Intro.
Hi everybody. I'm Chris.
Look at The Rock.
I got a Just Bring It playing in the background for those of you listening on my little TV back here.
Oh, that just popped up the
Serendipity.
logo.
Serendipity showed its head today as I was just in a random game shop and they had 4 games for the PS2. It was SmackDown versus Raw '06 through '08, and then this
Did you buy
one,
them
which
all?
happens to be no. I already have the other 3, just not with
Well,
me.
not 08.
Um,
You have 08? Why?
I have
Yeah,
'08 for
you
the P.
showed
I
it.
have '08 with me.
Oh, we looked at it yesterday.
We looked at it.
You
It's
showed it to
it's
it yesterday, last stream.
yes. But yeah, I picked up this one. I hadn't really had. I don't have any of the SmackDown games up here with me, and I was like, this was the one that was the most recent one out at the time of this Rumble, I believe. This came out in
It is.
2001, and we're doing the '02 Rumble, which of course takes place in January.
The one that comes out for this year is Shut Your Mouth.
Mhm.
Because by middle of the year, Chris Jericho's doing that thing where he's running around with a braid with the colored red tips of hair. I think he's actually starting to do it now. But
Yeah,
by
he
the
does
end of the year,
it
he
now,
grows out
yeah.
that goatee and he has the little goatee that's braided. And that Chris Jericho is in SmackDown. Shut Your Mouth. What's funny is Chris Jericho wouldn't be a world champion again until like the
Oh,
second comeback. His hair was short
09.
when he won that when he
Yeah.
won a title again.
It was 08.
So
08.
Yeah, Just Bring It came out November 16th, 2001. So this is the roster that we're going to be seeing on this show. So if you
Yeah.
happen to see them show up in the demo and the like 3/4 of the view that you got of the demo, maybe we get in one of the matches we see from tonight. I did, before this recording started, play around with it a little bit and did 2 Royal Rumbles. Farouk won both of them.
I
really,
mean, he should have won
Yes.
this one, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
he should have won this one. Well, he was in this one, right?
yeah, he was.
He should have been in it longer at the bare minimum.
Yeah, I'm about to say he didn't spend
You know,
too
it's
much
funny.
time
I
on it.
just rewatched this show this morning, and other than what I was supposed to cover, I forgot most of it. Even though, I'm pretty sure once we get in the flow of it, this is the Rumble that I have personally watched more times than any other. I bought this one. This was my birthday gift to me when I was 10 years old.
Ooh, that's a good gift.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a great gift because it was a good show, unlike Survivor Series 2006.
Oh, the show that somebody
This
didn't
show's
watch.
miles better.
Chick-fil-A.
I know.
Cheeseman, after not watching last week's product, did you watch the show this week?
I did. Yes,
Let's go.
Did you like it?
I did. Yes, because I remember watching it years ago, also on YouTube, just watching the match and just being at the height of what mania.
Oh yeah,
Oh
you're
boy,
right.
you get a
Whoa,
lot of
okay.
that tonight. A lot.
Yeah.
What?
Oh, okay. We can either just go right in. We'll talk about the matches in a bit. But Darrell, we brought up something when we watched it instantly the moment we saw it. What is it that Stone Cold Steve Austin was doing? Come on,
In
know.
reference to what? Oh,
4
he was
letters,
eating.
1 word.
It's the heat thing.
He was the Yeet cadence. It was the
If
Yeet
you
cadence.
listen to Stone Cold's promo cadence during that, we'll get to it later. I'll save it for later, Anthony.
You have it noted down though, right? Like
I
the segment
have
itself.
I have it noted. Yeah.
Okay, good, because I definitely want to talk about that. I don't know who was supposed to cover the first match.
So
There's only
Patrick
4.
I'm going to
Heenan
explain
was.
this to start the podcast. So something that we agreed to earlier this week was last episode got a little jumbled up there at the end. We were, recording
It was
late.
an ass show.
Just in general, it was a very bad show, but it got a little jumbled up. So what we decided to do is now everybody has assigned matches. Other than the Rumble in a situation like this where you got so much going on, everybody has an assigned match. So to give the layout.
This is how we keep Cheese honest about his shows and watching them.
Yeah, he's watching the damn show. Exactly. But Cheese is covering the first
New
match,
rule.
which is a tag team championship match between the Dudleys and Spike Dudley and Taz, who are the tag team champions coming into the match. I will be covering Edge versus William Regal for the IC championship. Cheese will then be covering Jazz and
The women's
Trish.
title match.
And then Chris has Ric Flair versus Mr. McMahon. Anthony has The Rock versus Chris Jericho. And then we'll all talk about the Rumble, as we see fit. So with that, Cheese, you go ahead and take the reins on the first match.
Sure. So, first off, the Dudley Boys, one of the most underrated entrances and entrance songs, I think. Just the sound of the bomb dropping. And then they also had the effect of the fireworks, like the little spark line going down
down.
to where the
Mhm.
entrance ramp is, as it there, and then the impact and explosion. Probably one of the most underrated entrances of all time. I just think it's so brilliantly well done. So they come out. They come out with Stacy Keebler. I was immediately then watched the rest
The
of the
Duchess of
show with
Dudleyville.
sound off because Jerry Lawler
Oh,
was still there. So
Lawler
I'm like,
was
He
and we're
fucking
done with that.
he
yeah,
was
man.
smitten by her.
God, he would not
God.
shut up.
That's a
And
polite way of putting
anything
it.
that had a pair of legs that walked by him, he was also smitten by them as well.
Yeah.
No
And
matter the
then
age.
I was
out come
you
Taz
took
and
the words
Spike.
right out of my mouth.
Out come Taz and Spike Dudley.
Oh, Taz also doesn't care
Um,
about the age either.
No.
as champions, and just watching Taz come out with the banger ass theme that he has. The match ticks off, and it's basically they lay Taz out, and then they just continuously attack Spike, specifically his neck, which I'm still shocked throughout his whole career never actually got incredibly broken as it all the spots that he took. He took
What does
one
he do now?
Real estate agent,
now.
I think.
Oh, I thought he
Is he a
was.
real estate agent? Who's the
I think so.
firefighter?
I don't remember.
Oh God.
It might be Masters.
Kaufman's eyes just like lit up, like he remembered
I'm
who
not
it
going to
was
be
for a
able to
second.
draw that, but I know as soon as it's said, I'm going to pretend like I knew it the whole time.
At one point, Spike took a flapjack from both Dudleys, and all but got thrown up and down without them holding him. Uh, finally, Taz finally gets involved, and he just starts laying everybody out. The match, I'm skipping it because it's a short match here. The match ends with the Taz mission as they grab the titles and hightail it up the ramp. And for a very short opening match with really one of the best tag teams there's ever been. One guy that just never really cared if he lived or died in the ring, and one of the best short guys in wrestling that should have been a lot better. Honestly, what you got what you paid for with that match. It was a really good opening match. I gave
Isn't it
that
like
match
5 minutes? 10 minutes?
Like
about 7.5.
5. It was
7,
5.
yeah. 5.
Oh, it was just
Yeah.
5 flat. I thought it was a little longer.
Five and a half ish.
So Spike
Wait,
Dudley is a
wait.
financial planner.
Oh,
That's it. Yeah.
I think it got
Yeah,
lost.
and a third grade teacher.
Cheese, what'd you say you gave it?
I give it a B minus. I thought it was a great opening match, a great way to set the tone.
Ooh.
It was short, it was to the point, but I mean, look, Spike still came out looking good because he got beat down, and yet he still hit 2 Dudley dogs. Taz looked good because he hit 2 Taz missions, and the Dudleys always looked good because they would just know how to destroy everything, and they didn't concede the table spots either. They
Yeah.
didn't have to do that cheap spot.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We want tables.
Yeah, you said like you were skipping around. You really weren't. It was so short of
Yeah,
a
it was
match
really
that
nothing
like
to talk
it
about,
may
really.
feel like you're skipping around. You covered everything.
Yeah.
Like
Like that was the match.
Yeah.
there was a spot in there that that popped me. The Dudleys, they love double downing themselves.
Yes, they do.
Which always looks like a running side effect, so I gave it a half star bonus because of that. And then also there was that brutal spot where Devon just like throws Spike over the corner to the floor, and that's just like an average, like that's just gonna go in the Spike brutal bumps compilation. That's just gonna be somewhere around the 3 minute
That's
mark.
gonna be bottom tier. That'll be the bottom
Exactly.
tier, like of what's happened to him at this point.
But if
man was
if
in
any one
ECW.
of us took that, we would
I'd
still be
that'd
dead.
be it. Yeah, I'd be out of here. Nah.
Oh, I feel it now.
But yeah, no, those belts looked incredible. It was still the Attitude
Yes.
Era belts. It was
This is all
really good way to
pre-draft,
open it.
so we should say
Yeah.
that this is all pre the draft. So there's one set of tag belts. There is one IC belt. There's no other mid card belt because I think Edge has already unified the US and
Yep.
tag and IC belt too.
The
I think the
European,
WCW titles were absorbed.
Mhm.
The
I
European
don't-
champion was still a thing.
Was
Yes,
it?
well,
Oh yeah, because
Yes,
Christian was
and
the
yes.
Had the
champion,
title.
wasn't he?
yes. So don't forget that at WrestleMania 18, Christian and DDP have a match for that European title.
Yeah.
So,
Well, what rating did you give this match, Chris?
Originally a 2.5, but because of that double down half side effect, it gets a 3-star.
Okay. I gave this match
Um,
a 4.5 out of 10. I didn't have a problem with it. It was just short. Wasn't really much there. They got their spots in. Everybody looked good in the match, like Cheese said. So yeah, I just gave it a 4 out of 10. Um, it was all right. It was a good opener. But nothing really for me to consume there other than it kind of just happened for me. So yeah, those was my thoughts on it. Spike
uh,
Dudley, man, like hearing him talk. Speaking of what he does for a living, he did a Chris Van Vliet interview, and just hearing him talk about, like Cheese said, like he never really had a major injury. It's like it's crazy. Like the spot that he took, I think it was on an ECW show, and I think Mike Awesome bombed him like to the outside, and he just landed like
he missed the
flat.
table.
Yeah, he missed the table and he lands on the ground. Like, how do you not get hurt from that? What is that dude made of
Kevin
that you
Nash
don't get
got
hurt?
into a ring, started to run, and blew out both of his quad, or a quad at least.
A quad,
Uh,
yeah.
Meanwhile, Spike Dudley was awesome bombed onto a what? I mean, it might as well have been a concrete floor in ECW.
Didn't
Nope, nothing wrong. Nothing wrong.
Four Kings stand up, man.
he also had a nasty bump in the E. Who was it?
It was another power bomb
Oh,
spot.
those French
Like Rhino.
dudes. What was the French
It was
team in
it was
E?
La Resistance.
Yeah, La Resistance had him with a nasty
Was it
bump
Rene
outside.
Dupree or
I think so.
Sylvain Grenier?
I
I
think it
don't
was
remember
Dupree
both of those names.
that threw him to the outside and he missed the table. He had a bad habit of missing table. Well, I guess he was so light, people just threw him and
I'm gonna
he ended up
tap
flying
myself
over
on the
the
shoulder
table.
for remembering Sylvain Grenier. That's
That
not
was
a name I
tucked.
did.
That was tucked in the gray matter somewhere up in there. That was in one
Yeah,
of those little
somewhere it
folds.
popped right out.
They've-
Anthony, you
There's
got
a
a
lot
rating for
of
the
those
match?
names in. Oh, uh, I think it sorely needed an extra 5 minutes. I'm gonna go ahead and just give it. I would say 2 Taz jumpsuits out of 5.
Mm-hmm. All right,
So
there you
that's okay.
go.
It happened. It was a good match. Could have used 5 minutes longer. If it was 5 minutes longer, probably would have gotten 3.5.
One thing I was shocked about though, before we move on to the next match, that I was shocked about
As
was the pops that a lot of these guys were getting throughout the show. Like, I know Taz.
oh, everyone is over.
I get Taz like in terms of wrestling is a big name, but like especially in Atlanta, like he really didn't have much motion in Atlanta per se. Being wrestling up in the Northeast in ECW, but the amount of he was like the amount of pops he was able to get despite WWE never putting him in a real prominent position in the E. It's crazy to me how popular that man was and how popular ECW was in the really really popular nationwide ECW was
I mean,
back
there
in the
was a
90s.
lot of people also who just were like over,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
who were like just who you would consider like, let's be honest, later on, Godfather's a jobber.
Oh, for sure.
Mhm.
He is the whole train.
Big pop.
Come on, you're always gonna get a
It's
pop.
the
Well, I know that. I mean, it's the whole train for him specifically, but like, everyone was just over. All the characters were over.
I think
it's
it's
the
a matter
tail.
of
Except Lance
everybody
Storm.
looked like at that point in time, everybody at least looked. I mean, we can't account for how they felt, but they looked like they loved what they were doing. They looked like they loved the gimmicks that they had, the characters they had. And when you're invested in it, we're invested in it, and like your gimmick could suck, but if you're like into it and like you make it look like you love it, we're gonna be like right there with you. Like,
Everyone
yeah,
bought in.
let's
Look at
do
Al
this,
Snow.
man.
Billy and Chuck. Billy and
Yeah.
Chuck.
Yeah.
That gimmick objectively sucked. But if you lean into it, you might get to the end of the gimmick where Eric Bischoff rips his face off.
Yeah.
It helps that like it's the tail end of the Attitude Era, so there's a lot of goodwill with the crowd, and everybody in the crowd's
roster's solid.
just happy to be there in their polo shirts on top of their undershirt, and they're tucked into jeans, and like their football jerseys, and like smattering of the same
Everyone's wearing
T-shirt,
bootcut jeans too.
Yep.
like the same.
Everyone's wearing those ugly bootcut jeans.
Like I swear, the video games modeled their crowds off of like an 0203 crowd, and then never moved on until like
Never.
2K something or other.
Have they moved on yet?
Um,
Because
Yeah,
I
because
don't
all of
think
them in the
they've
crowd
moved that
now,
far.
all of them in the crowd
You
now
still have an
mimic real
option.
life, where like everybody has
Oh.
a wrestling T-shirt on.
yeah,
But back in the day, they'd have like generic ones even in the crowd, just like here. Like it was really cool seeing Like not everybody looks like a mark. It looks like they're out on their like just
So
regular Sunday night. Like
everybody
this is my
look
entertainment.
like they look like people. They look like how young people got done. No, we're not saying that. That's not the way I'm describing this. We're saying it looks like how people dress now. That's the best way for me to put it without saying that I'm old. No, everybody's wearing like no. That is exactly the
everybody's going back
style.
to the baggy clothes thing.
That is
Yeah.
exactly that specific style that is being emulated now. It is 2000 to 2006, like big pants, big shorts, big everything.
Echo jeans.
Jankos are back.
Jesus Christ.
The objectively the worst pants that have ever existed are back. Yes, they are. Yes, they are, Darrell. Because if you wore them, being your height, you would look ridiculous.
Okay, yes, I know that I would look. I'm only 5'9",
you would look ridiculous
of course.
because you look like you should not be wearing anything other than jeans, khakis, and maybe basketball shorts. Same thing for you too, Cheese Man.
You called us both cheesemen.
Yeah, you did that thing.
Oh,
You've been
wait,
doing
I
that
did-
a
oh,
lot,
Thing
man.
twice. He
Yeah,
really
look at
emphasized that I should only be wearing the basketball shorts that I'm wearing right now, and you are correct.
Yes!
And guess what I wore earlier this morning? Khakis.
Yes,
Of
I'm
course.
telling you. I'm telling you. Like, I know I've studied you guys.
Chris, we are too similar. We must dissimilate.
Yes.
We
Yes.
must. What's the opposite of osmosis? We
I'm
must
here.
mitosis.
Yes.
Yes, I'm here to keep you guys true to yourself. And I know yourselves. So there you go.
Speaking of
what's
true to
the next
themselves, if I know anything about William Regal, is he's getting those damn brass
Man,
knuckles
all
involved
right.
in this match one way or another.
So,
This is post Chris Jericho peeing in his tea, by the way. I just want to bring that up.
oh yeah, that
Chris
was
Jericho pissed in
WrestleMania
his tea.
17, right? When that whole storyline takes place. That was
Yep.
the one. The
You know, Chris Jericho
storyline.
has a lot of beverage related like storylines. When I think about it, because he did that, and then he feuded with Kane because he bumped into Kane and spilled coffee on him, and then there was the
Yeah.
mimosa shit with Orange Cassidy.
That's right. And
Like this man,
didn't they have champagne in the Festival of Friendship too?
yes, they
Yep.
did.
Mhm.
Yes, they did. This
Yep.
man is very liquid based in terms of the things he does.
That sounds absolutely fucking disgusting.
Well, it's true. I'm not lying.
Liquid Jericho.
Yeah, like
Don't. Oh, see, this is a
But,
Metal Gear thing. Like my nerd radar is going off.
So this match was Edge versus William Regal for the IC Championship. Edge was the champion going into the match. This whole match was based off of the storyline where Edge had broke William Regal's
Never gonna
nose 3
stop.
times
Yeah,
with a
you can't
chair.
just skip over Rob Zombie.
Oh no, I'm gonna get to that in a second. I was
Or the
talking about the
promo.
video package before.
Okay.
So in the video,
video package
package,
is
I believe it
crazy.
was Regal and Test versus RVD and Edge in a tag team match. Referee gets distracted. I think the referee is Nick Patrick, who comes into play later on in this match.
Oh boy, do I have a
but-
lot to say about him.
Nick Patrick gets distracted. Regal hits Edge in the nose with the Nux, gets the win. And then the SmackDown after that, I believe Regal was facing I don't know what was going on there. Edge ends up going off on Regal. Edge hits Regal with the chair in the head. Then he spears Nick Patrick. And I feel like they were trying to build a storyline there with Nick Patrick working with Jericho and working with.
I
I
think
don't
they
know
were
what
just
was
trying
really
to make
going
him
on
be
there.
a heel ref
Yeah.
in general.
But
Because he was the NWO ref. He was always a dirty ref.
then Edge has a backstage segment with Lillian Garcia, who I don't know why it took me forever when she came out there. I'm like, oh, she isn't ring announcing tonight.
That's
'Cause I
because you
think
guys are
Fink was doing
babies,
it.
so you've only ever seen him do. You guys have never seen Lillian do like background. We
Nope.
talked about it, Darrell.
Yeah.
It's weird for you because like I'm like, oh no, she used to do it all the time. You're like, I've never seen that.
Yeah, I
But,
mean, like The Rock used to terrorize her.
Yes,
Yeah,
he did.
pie.
Yeah. Mhm. But
Darrell, there's one note that I do want to throw out. This is the most Canadian that Edge has ever been.
I wanted
Oh,
to talk
it-
about that.
Ever.
NXT
holy
promo Edge. Like, he is delivering like a 2.0 promo.
So
Holy
Edge is
shit.
backstage and he's been interviewed by Lillian, and he says he cuts the promo, and then he says and he always asks, do I want to, I don't know if it was don't I or do I want to gamble with the best of them, because the captions got messed up. I couldn't understand. The Canadian accent was way too thick here in this promo. I couldn't understand what he was saying. And then he was like, well, tonight, sunshine, I say that the devil gets burnt That was it. And I'm just like, man, this is the cheesiest Edge has ever been. And he was in AEW doing the whole
It's because this
grizzled
asshole
vet,
hadn't had
happy
sex
to
in a
be
ring yet.
here thing. And
That's why.
oh yeah,
He hadn't banged in a ring.
I don't think he had it at all at this point.
He was innocent.
That's
He
the way.
seemed like he had.
But he
Like,
was
Edge
extra
is-
fucking corny here. But he's
Wait,
real
what did you
over
say?
here.
Did you say corny or the other word?
What?
Probably both.
I think he said, yeah, because
The
it sounded like you said
Canadian?
he was extra horny. No, you said
Oh
it
no,
sounded
I,
like you said he was
said
extra
corny.
horny. I
No,
was like,
didn't-
what are
I
you
did
talking
not.
about, Darrell?
That was Chris with that whole But oh no, what
Fucking
somebody there's some podcast that called him like what was it, a horny vampire or something like that.
Well,
When
I
he
mean,
was
like
is.
when he-
Gangrel
when he
was
first-
his introduction. So like he
Yeah.
had
He
to,
also had sex
something
in the
had to
ring.
rub off on him.
But
Literally.
so Regal comes out.
Oh.
The theme here is weird. I do not remember this
Crazy.
theme song at all.
Oh, the Regal theme?
Yeah, it's like it's a mix between
It
Regal's
keeps
most
sounding
current
like it
theme,
wants to turn into Mr. Perfect's theme.
that and Taker's theme.
It
Taker,
like
that's the
crescendos. It's
one.
both. It's like they combine them both because there's like a part where it crescendos and it's supposed to be like dun dun, dun the Mr. Perfect thing, and it never does it.
hmm
You guys
driving me
remember
crazy.
in 2009, 2010 when they kept putting the Miz with like a bunch of people and they kept just combining
Yeah,
themes
mashing the
together?
theme songs,
Yes.
yeah.
This is like they tried to
Big
do
Show
that
and
with
the Miz
Mr.
and-
Perfect and Undertaker, and they gave this to William Regal.
Yeah, it's just
It-
weird,
Fascinating
man.
how they used to do that all the time, man.
Chris, you
Mhm.
might
They
be
did it with
onto
Randy
something.
and Edge.
You
Because
might be
Jared,
onto
or
something.
maybe
I
it
think
wasn't.
that was
It
a
was
whole
Big
file.
Show. Because Big Show had one
It
with
was
Jericho
the
and
Big
the
Show,
Miz.
Jericho
Yeah,
Show.
Big Show, Jericho. You had Show Miz, Jericho.
Maybe it wasn't the Miz. You're right, Kaufman. Maybe it was a specifically Big Show thing.
Big Show also
Yeah.
had one with both Kane and Undertaker,
Yeah,
like a
then
mixed
you
thing.
had,
Big Show.
He had a mix one with Kane for sure.
Yeah, then you had Kane. You had Edge and Jericho right before Edge retired. The first time. So yeah. I think it was like 4 or 5 guys that just had a mismatch of theme songs and all kind of stuff like that. But then Edge comes out, yeah, my Durango, something, something, something. I never know the other lyrics to the song, but amazing theme song. Getting Rob Zombie for a theme song.
This is what it
huge,
is.
man.
It is Jericho is Crank the Walls Down.
hmm
That's the name of that officially. Show Miz is called Crank It Up. Big Show and Kane is just Big Slow Chemical Mix. And then the other one is just Unholy Alliance.
Big Slow.
Big
Yeah,
Swing
yeah.
Chemical.
Big Slow Chemical. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
amazing.
But I love, I love that the Google AI threw in this description afterwards because this is hilarious. These themes were designed to highlight the immense power of the team, often featuring heavy guitar riffs and slow, methodical tempos to match their intimidating, larger-than-life persona.
See, that's
No,
why I hate
no.
You're not gonna make that sound like it's appealing at all. I don't care.
My favorite thing about the Big Show's theme is, and I think I may have already said this already on the show. He has this interview with, I think it's like CVV or maybe it's Adam Pacitti, I forget, where he's complaining, or like whoever the interviewer is asked him about his theme, and Big Show goes, "Yeah, I hated my theme. Like I asked them for Muddy Waters, like real bluesy, and like if you listen to Muddy Waters, like his most famous song, it's literally the background of the Big Show's theme." And so I just think Show really had no idea what was going on with themes and would just okay everything.
They were way closer to that with Diesel's theme than they were with the Big Show's theme.
They really
Yes, they were.
You're right.
Yeah.
Like they really were a lot closer because they also didn't have fucking Michael Hayes singing over it. So,
But Edge comes out. I see
House
title
will rise
design.
again or whatever bullshit he says.
Sorry.
Sorry.
But this IC title design in particular is my favorite. Is the one I grew up with. I know a lot of people will say the old school design from the 90s and the one they brought back, and I think Cody brought it back in 2015.
I think they're batting 1,000 with the IC belt at this point.
I will say it was weird when they didn't have the blue in it for the new one, but I like when they added the
Once
blue.
they added the blue in,
Yeah. But
Question, because it reminded me the color of the IC belt now reminds me of the copper pennies tag team belts.
mm,
No, 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 no. I mean the shade of the. I don't mean like the actual um. If they had added any color to those copper pennies, would they have been saved? Because those
no.
things were just. I think they were just awful in general, right? It was the
Like
design itself.
I don't know what color you could have even added to bronze, like red. Like, could you have thrown some rubies in there? I don't even know.
Ah, there's nothing. They just look like poo. Ugh. Well, they were like a poo brown color. But can I?
But
Yeah.
the referee this match starts. So when Regal gets into the ring, Nick Patrick goes and he starts looking around the ring. And it was funny because when I'm watching on the feed, I'm like, I know y'all see these knuckles in his tights. They were like glaringly obvious that the knuckles were in the tights. So when Regal's coming out, Nick Patrick, like, he looks around the ring, he kind of passes down Regal, he doesn't find him. And then he goes looking around the ring to see a Regal, because Regal would hide the knuckles in the turnbuckle. He would hide them like into the steps or whatever the case may be, under the ring. He goes looking around. Then yeah, Edge comes out. He does his entrance, and then right before the match starts, Nick Patrick notices that he goes searching for the knucks, and I had to mute it because Jerry Lawler was doing Jerry Lawler stuff. I'm like, all right, bro. But he finds the knuckles in his tights, and so he puts them up on the top of one of the. I think he throws them to the outside or whatever. Regal tries to get the upper advantage early, but Edge gets back on him, hits him with a couple of lines to start the match. The Edge hits a huge back body drop. Then Edge was going for an Irish whip, but Regal reversed it and then hit Edge with a knee trembler. This gets huge. Regal sucks chance. He was real over as a heel. He had a lot of heat as a heel here because this was after the
The knee
commission
trembler is such a British
gimmick.
sounding name for a move.
Oh, for sure.
Like it's he hit him with the knee trembler. Ugh.
Then
Ugh.
Regal was going for a European uppercut on Edge. Edge reversed it into a backslide pin attempt for two. Then Regal regains control after that. Regal's going for an Irish whip. Edge reverses it with a weird looking enziguri. Then Regal, they start battling again. Regal hits Edge with a half and half suplex throw that was nasty. Edge almost lands on his neck here on that one. Then Regal goes for a bunch of pin attempts, hits him with a knee drop, goes for a bunch of other pin attempts. Then Regal puts Edge in a rest hold, and I have a note. Anytime I see a rest hold, I put slow it down as a note in there from Randy Orton when he's wrestling people. That always trips me out. But Regal then goes for what it looks like is like a butterfly suplex, but Edge reversed it with like a backdrop bridge. But Regal keeps it hooked. And then Regal kicks out at two, and then Regal gets up, spins him around, gets up, and then hits him with the release Tiger Bomb or Butterfly Power Bomb, whatever you want to call it, for a 2 count. Then Regal hits a huge forearm that sends Edge to the apron. A huge forearm, and then Regal hits Edge with the knee trembler. And I took a note because I unmuted the commentary, and Jerry Lawler said something about Regal having a prominent proboscis nose because he had
Yeah,
a
he,
good side profile. I'm like,
Velasquez.
what the fuck is he talking about, man? But then Regal goes for another butterfly suplex on the apron, but Edge reverses it and hits him with the apron DDT. They're really selling the whole nose surgery angle during this match. Commentary's talking about it a lot. Edge then goes for a pin with like half of his body to the outside, and Nick Patrick for some reason counts the pin while he's looking at Edge with half of his body to the outside, and then he tells Edge, "Hey, you got to get back in the ring," which was weird because it didn't really lead into anything. Then Regal and Edge, I think Edge was getting ready to whip Regal into the corner, but Regal reverses it, and then they collide heads. Then I put here that Edge activated his 2K comeback. What do they call him? His payback. Yeah, he activates his
Hey,
payback, hits him with a couple of forearms into a shoulder tackle, into a spinning wheel kick or spinning heel kick, if you will, into a suplex that gets a 2 count. Then Regal hits a nasty release belly to back, just throw on Edge, and then Edge feeds to the ropes, and it looks like Edge is down. Regal's doing something, I don't know, and then Edge explodes for a lariat to Regal to look pretty good for a 2 count. Edge went for an execution on Regal, but Regal countered it into the Regal stretch. Edge ends up fighting to the ropes to break the stretch. Regal's getting ready to pull him away from the ropes to reapply the Regal stretch, but Edge hits him with a drop toe hold. Yeah. And he puts him into a Regal stretch of his own.
Oh, you did the thing. Hey, guys, he did the fucking thing and nobody reacted.
But
come on, he said the thing. He said drop toe hold and nobody reacted. Not a single one of you. Disappointed.
But Regal gets to the ropes.
That's why he paused. It's the name of our show that we're currently doing right now. It's the name of the show, man.
Come on.
This is a Beers and Balls cough, man. There's no way to naturally say that.
I was zoning out watching this like 5-star classic Rikishi and Big Show were putting on back here in my little corner. Like Rikishi and Show.
Oh, it's the one strap. Hey, Darrell, it's the one strap Big Show with the Caesar cut. Ew.
No, he's got two straps. He's got two.
Oh God. Well,
now we got a SmackDown logo. Anyway, drop toe hold.
But Edge hits Regal with a drop toe hold, gets Edge into the gets Regal into the Regal stretch, but Regal gets to the ropes to break the submission. Regal gets up, Edge hits him with the drop kick into a roll up for a 2 count because Regal's on the ropes. And then Edge goes to the top rope, but Regal meets him up there, hits him with a couple of punches. Regal gets to the top rope and gets ready to put him into another butterfly hold, but Edge pushes him off, hits a huge spinning heel kick off the top rope. And then while Regal's on the ground, he's kind of feeding to the corner, and Nick Patrick is like coming over to see if he's good. And then Edge is getting ready to load up for a spear, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, this is the spot. He's getting ready to load up for a spear, but Nick Patrick's in the way. And then Regal throws Nick Patrick. No. Actually, while Regal was on the ground, he pulls another pair of knuckles from his tights. And so he puts them on. And then he kind of feeds into the corner. So Nick Patrick
from the
looks
back,
like he's
like they were in his ass or something.
It was another pair.
Yeah, it was another pair of nuts.
Because they feed to the corner where where the ref put the original knuckles, because like he just put them on top of the ring post. He didn't tuck them in his pocket. He didn't give it to somebody at the side. He put it on top of the post where anybody that could grab it. The cameraman could have gotten it. But like did he pull it out of? Did he?
I think he pulled it out of his tights.
Unsheath it? Yeah. Okay.
Unsheath it? Like, what are we talking about unsheathing?
You're playing too much Baldur's Gate.
Declove it. The brass knucks, the power of the punch. He got. It was just another one that Nick Patrick didn't find.
Yeah. So he.
Also, how did he not notice it? Like, to begin with, if Nick Patrick is
he noticed it the first time, but
okay, yes, and he got that one. But how does he not notice this?
Maybe he double.
Does no? There's only one answer, and I don't like the answer.
Oh,
it was either inside of him. Or for an entire match, or
that's
for
the
an
real
entire
power
match.
Of the punch.
No, he was using his glutes to keep those things locked in there, not necessarily inserted. But can you imagine? Like, he's got to keep that tight.
It's like
he's clenching his butt the whole time.
It's like a power of a punch meets the Sting face all in one. It's unstoppable.
Also, I believe this is maybe like a week after he debuted the name Power of the Punch. So I think it was on the promo where he said it, right?
Edge goes to the spear, hits Nick Patrick because he get pulled in by Regal, and then Edge is going to pick up Regal. Regal hits him with the right hook or the left. Yeah, I think it was the right hook. Gets the pin. He wins the match. He wins the IC Championship, and then at the end of the segment, Michael Cole interviews him up at the top of the ramp, and he's like, "Oh, Regal, how do you justify winning the championship this way? Blah blah blah." And then Regal says, "I've been blessed with a gift, the power of the punch." And that's I believe there it is. This is where he
thought it was a week before
the move, the name of the move, the power of the punch.
That's been taken out of as like an actual like move that you can do in the game, and now it's just like
it's just a
power up or like a regular thing. Because that used to be my favorite thing. I would do the grapefruit grab from Ric Flair as a finisher, and then I would do the power of the punch. Because like, who the fuck wins with that shit?
And then I can see Kaufman's
character. Oh, shut up!
But
Visagra on a pole would have been incredible.
I gave this
Yeah,
match a 8 out of 10 for me. I thought, I mean, they did a lot here. I think this match only goes like 9-10 minutes, but they do a lot here. I thought everything looked crisp. They were both of them were getting their shit in. Looked
Mhm.
tight. These are two of my favorite wrestlers of all time, personally. So it
You
was
bet
great
it
to see
was
them
tight for
wrestle
him
in
to
the
keep
ring.
those brass knucks up there.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah, and I think it did. I think it did come from his tights too, because I have a little note from the commentary. I think JR and King were bickering back and forth about like where the knuckles came from, and I
Mhm.
just caught the tail end of it. And King goes, "Do you have X-ray vision?" And JR goes, "Nah, I just got vision." And
Yeah.
it made me chuckle.
Oh man.
Lawler at this time is annoying, but he has a couple of lines in there where he makes me chuckle, and I hate it every single time because
Mhm.
God, I don't want to laugh at
Yeah.
anything he says. But yeah, but yeah, I gave this
Also,
match 8 out of
like
10. Yeah,
like it doesn't matter what submission Edge tries to do, he's never gonna get it.
no,
Like even his own, he can't lock in correctly because when he tried that Regal stretch, he about fell over
yeah.
while he was already on the ground.
I think Edge
Um,
is too lanky to do submissions. I don't know how to
he
explain that, but he
is.
just
He
is.
is. You're not wrong. No. You're not wrong because all of his submissions that he's ever done have sucked. Like what was
He,
the edge
Execution.
edge? Is that's what that was called? The execution was that the
he's
DDT?
got the worst move set name pool too.
Yeah.
Well, because they're all education. They're all education.
It was the education that was it. Yeah.
Oh.
God damn it, that pisses me off. You should have called it
Tell
the
me,
educator.
Tell me how Rob Van Dam can call everything the Van something-inator, and it works. Everybody knows which one's which.
Mm.
Because he picked cool words like Van Terminator. Like, come on, man. He
Van
just took the word
Daminator.
Terminator and was like, I'm just gonna put Van in front of it.
But yeah, that
Edge is weird. Awkward.
that butterfly reverse sequence they went through was insane too. Like Regal went for the butterfly suplex or butterfly something or other. Edge reverses it around, and Regal said, "No, I reverse again into the butterfly bomb."
What's
Yeah,
weird is like you were saying, Edge is an
I,
odd.
you got it.
Oh no, I was gonna say Edge is an odd person to watch chain wrestle because of that lankiness. It just looks
I was thinking about
odd.
that like during this show and while like we were like talking through this match, I was like, man, I don't really like Edge in the promo department. I don't really like him in the ring, but I love the Edge character. And I'm like, what about it like
He
makes
had
me love it
sex.
if like it I don't like what he does in the ring and I don't like what he says on the mic. It's what he does. So you're
Yeah,
exactly right.
yeah.
It's
Was
the
he a good
actions he
promo when he was a
does.
villain though?
I'd say it was.
Probably, yeah. I mean, like, yes, I
Right?
would say so. He was
Okay.
a lot better as a heel on the mic, and like, his actions during his heel runs too are also, you know, awesome. And like, even in 2011 SmackDown, when there's nothing interesting on TV, and Edge is a good guy for some reason, him doing shithead things to Kane is funny. But
Yeah.
you know, I like this match. I give
Well,
it 2.5 because I felt like every time Regal started to have a good match, Edge was like, "Here, let me try to catch up to you real quick." Um, but that's just this point of Edge's career. He's still like, what, he made his debut for the company 4 years before this, if that,
In
maybe
97.
five.
No,
97?
yeah, because he was the
So like
street. Yeah.
4.5 or
Yeah,
five,
it's almost 4.5.
depending on when in the year it happened. So like he has yet to hit his stride, and it shows. I want nothing to do with Edge at this point in his career.
Wow.
Oh,
Wow.
yeah, way
That's a
different than
statement.
Even
Wait,
even his
wait. What about
even
the
his
tag stuff?
even his tights. No, this point in his career because he's not with Christian at this
Okay,
point.
okay. You mean specifically this
The
singles run, the
first
first
singles
singles
run.
run. Okay,
Um,
okay.
I mean,
That
like
that makes more sense.
even his tights make him look like he's copying HBK's homework. And he doesn't even do that in the ring. Like, I hate to go super hard on O2 Edge,
Mhm.
because he
Well,
would
it's
go
also
on to
like he's
be
still
like
wearing tag team
awesome.
gear,
Um,
technically.
but
Like that, yeah.
But Ric Flair saves. I mean, Ric Flair. I looked at my notes wrong and read the wrong name. William Regal saves this whole match for me. 2.5 stars out of 5.
Fair.
Jeez.
I give it a B.
Okay. Anthony.
I gave it 3 out of 5. I don't even know. Pisties. 3 out of 5 pisties.
All right, geez, you
Gotta
can
pick
go
something
with the
every
Jazz
time.
and Trish match.
All right.
Oh, man.
So next is the women's titles match. Women's title currently held by one Trish Stratus. Oh, we got Miss Jacqueline to be the guest referee. It gets a large reception. Everyone loves to see her because she was great. The
Yes.
opponent tonight is Jazz, one of my absolute favorites.
All right,
Growing
jeez.
up, actually.
I wanna say
Underrated.
this. She does not get enough fucking flowers. I know
No.
she had the whole retirement run in TNA, but she
Mhm.
does not get enough flowers for what she did. For the
Well,
women's
when they
division.
talk about her, about this
Mhm.
period, they always bring up Trish and they bring up Lita and they bring up. And look,
They bring
no
up
shade to
Jackie
Tori Wilson,
sometimes.
but
Well,
no shade
okay.
to Tori Wilson, but she could not wrestle her way out of a fucking paper bag, and that's because I couldn't wrestle my way out of a paper bag either. Okay, I just need to
Takes one
point
to
that
know
out.
one.
But compared to what Jazz was doing, Tori Wilson gets brought up way more. Michelle McCool gets brought up more than
Stacy
Jazz.
Keebler.
Stacey Keebler doesn't get brought up at all. Sometimes I feel, is Stacey Keebler a Hall of Famer?
Yeah, I
Like in
believe
it,
so.
I think
like
she is. Yeah, I think she just got in like a couple of years ago.
I totally missed it. But you're right, Darrell. Like, you're right, Cheeseman. Like she does not get talked about enough, especially
No.
for this run. Her, Victoria, Trish, Molly Holly, Lita. There's a lot of really good women's wrestlers around at the time, but they usually only got like maybe 10 minutes at most. Maybe
Well, they
maybe
only
three
get like
minutes
5
They
usually.
usually
got
on
3
average.
here.
Yeah,
So
3.
blink and you'll miss it.
Yeah.
Cheese has got the notes for us.
Yeah.
Give us 3
Jazz
minutes of
comes out,
notes.
and then Trish comes out to music that's not hers. I have no idea what they were using, but
Da, 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 da. That's the TNA theme song from when she debuted in 2000.
yeah, it's bad.
Albert and Test used to come out to that
Yep.
theme song because she was more popular than they were.
Yep. And I can see why, because I mean, look, once she figured out how to do it, she really is one of the best to ever do it. And so this match was made to make Jazz look incredible, in my opinion, because she had earlier in the week she had taken out Trish by smashing her hand in a briefcase or in a travel case. So she targeted that, and basically the whole match was just her laying Trish out. Trish did get a little bit in, but for the most part, it was just Jazz just beating the living hell out of her. At one point, Trish hits Stratisfaction, and you're thinking, "Oh man, surprise move out of nowhere, that's going to do it." But she kicks out, and then she continues to lay into her. Jackie tells Jazz, "Look, I'm in charge here. You gotta listen to me." And that proceeds to a shoving match, and then they call it Stratisfaction, but it was just a standard bulldog. Trish
That's what
hits.
it was at the time, actually.
So
The
that was what
original
the
satisfaction was a bulldog.
really, and not the cool move that she does earlier.
Okay.
It's
Jeez.
it's like the headlock driver dirty
Yeah.
deeds.
I'm
Yeah.
glad you brought
Yeah.
that up.
Oh yeah.
That threw me off the flow of that match so
Can I
fucking
say-
much. You're telling me that doing a springboard version of the same move that you just did is less effective than the regular running version in wrestling? It's so
It's like
fucking dumb.
when Shinsuke Kinshasas you off
Yo,
the second rope
and it's not a
for
finish.
the
No, Kaufman,
signature.
that's because that's not a Kinshasa. That's just a regular knee. If they don't call it, it lacks power.
They called it the Abomaye in Japan.
Well, yeah, I know
It's
that.
the Kinshasa.
But I
They
know,
called the
but
one
you
off
know
the
what
middle
I
rope
mean.
the Abomaye as well.
Um,
Yeah.
So, like I said, Trish hits a
also,
running
Trish's moveset,
at the time, not
her
good.
finishers. Yeah, I admittedly don't like any of her finishers other than the chick kick.
You
I
like
think
Chick
the
kick
setup's
just
a little
looks
too
like she's
complicated.
laying into you hard, and it's great.
It used to be like a side head kick before. Like it used to be, yeah.
But anyway, so Trish gets the win. Again, it's a really short match, but they used the time really well to make Jazz just look like someone that's just like you don't want to get in her way. You know, she was like the original powerhouse women's wrestler that they had. I feel like.
Mhm.
I feel like there's you know, because you get like a Nia Jax, you get Beth Phoenix, you have Lash Legend now and stuff. I feel like leading up to it, the one that really set the table for them was Jazz. I feel like because
Also,
her
Karma.
moveset
You
was
forgot
just
Karma.
power, and power. You know,
Mhm.
and again, not enough can be
Phoenix.
said about her, how great she is or was. Um, she was recently at Saturday Night's Main Event, and I saw her, and I popped out of my seat. I'm like, "Oh my God,
Same.
Jazz is
Yeah.
there!"
Yeah. Mhm.
Hey, when she went bald, that shit was awesome.
Yeah, that made her
Oh
look
yeah.
even more
yeah.
tough.
Yeah.
She just looked like she was there to beat your ass.
Also, like she was
Hey,
a
Billy
great
Corrigan's
grappler.
company.
That little sequence that her and Trish had in the middle of the match where they were doing the roll ups was great too.
Yeah.
So like I just wish these women were given a lot more time at this time because like
Especially got Jackie, man.
I feel like they could do such
Like
awesome things and they were
Jackie
just
was also
held back
really
by
good and
just
never gets
time
enough
constraints.
appreciation.
well,
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Jackie trained Trish.
Yeah.
Trish was in the ring with her. Maxine. She's Maxine's Natty. There you
Yeah.
go. She's like with Maxine and Cincinnati. There you go, Coffin. We found a way.
Jacqueline also incredible and tough enough. She's the
Oh
trainer
yeah,
a
yeah.
couple of those
Yeah.
seasons and awesome in that show.
I think you mentioned it, Darrell. I don't remember it, but doesn't this combo end up in a triple threat at Mania?
I think the Mania this year, the O2 Mania
For 18?
18, I think they were
18.
in a triple threat match. Yeah, but I
Okay.
don't remember specifically. I
That's
don't
cool.
remember. Yeah,
That's cool. That's got to be awesome for Trish also, and like to have a safety net, like working with your trainer at the same time in the ring.
Yeah.
Jazz really put her through the fucking ringer. Holy shit.
Yeah, she did.
Do you
Well,
guys see?
I give this match actually. I give this match an A minus. Honestly, I think it did everything that it
Hey,
absolutely
for
had to
three
do.
minutes they got it all in.
So you 100% watched this on mute, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
Yes.
That
Yep.
explains a lot.
We all
Because
did.
I didn't, and oh my God, they like
yeah.
Jr.
I know.
joins
them
in.
them two.
Jr.
Hey,
joins
hey,
in
hey!
like
Just
because
so
King is so bad.
we're 100,000%, honest about this. Jr. always joins in. He's
Oh yeah, he's
always
just
bad.
very
It's just,
calm
it's
about it.
just, it's just the other one is so bad that you kind of just ignore the offhanded.
Mm-hmm.
All right, geez, I
Mhm.
saw your message. You'll be right back.
Yeah, I ended up giving JR and King -10 for their efforts in this match, and Jazz and Trish got 2 stars because just didn't get going, and Trish was kind of like her kickouts in this match weren't pretty. She was like that, and like there was one
That
where
one,
she clearly kicked out way too late.
you know the one I'm
Yeah.
talking.
Um,
Oh,
mhm.
I know the one you're talking about. I put the same note there.
There's a point at the beginning of the match where Trish got caught in her jacket and Jazz just was still coming at her.
Mhm.
It was awesome.
I watched her
But
try
yeah,
and wrestle her arms out of that trench coat thingy that she was wearing.
it was
Yeah,
like when
not great.
Undertaker couldn't get it out in his entrance at
Also,
Mania.
this Trisha attire is so weird. Like the all purple just
It
is
it
so
it's
weird,
all
man.
this is so she won the women's championship at Survivor Series in like a 6 or like an 8-pack challenge that was probably 10 minutes long
Hmm.
um for the vacant women's championship because at that point China was the last women's champion and vacated the title when she left. So they just did a whatever, like I said, a 6-pack, 8-pack challenge, and Trish was the one who won the women's title, and she was very green, and it probably isn't until like 2000 later in 2002 where you start to see like her in-ring work really tighten up. Like you see the groundwork for it here. Like you can clearly see that she's athletic enough to go and understands enough about how to move in the ring to go,
Hmm.
right? but like by Survivor Series '02, when she's having that like her hardcore match with Victoria, like she comes a long way. Even she gets a better theme in like a month or two. She gets like you said, Darrell, she gets better gear. Like by the time you hit to the end of 2002, this same year, she's like a whole different person. This is like baby Trish, and it's great. It's great to see, but I'm so glad that she gets better.
Oh yeah. I
Would you rate it?
Oh,
yeah, would you rate it?
If it had been like a longer match, I'd probably give it like a 3.5, 3-ish. I'm gonna go with a 2, just a base 2 out of 5. 2 out of 5
That's what I
TNAs.
Contra's
Yeah.
aligned.
Not TNA, T
Not
and A.
crossing the line. Yeah.
Yeah.
I gave this match a 3.5 out of 10. To me, just like Chris said, it to me it never really got
Never
that
got going.
second gear. They should have gave that at least if you're gonna make it a short match, at least give it twice the time. But yeah, it just never really got going. But it was all right for what it was. So yeah, I gave it a 3.5. It wasn't disastrous, but it was really
Yeah.
nice here.
Hey,
All right, Chris.
I mean, it could be worse. Look, hey, I think Chris did not get the worst match. I think he got a really fun match.
for sure.
That should have been so much worse.
This next one could have gone could have gone bad because there's a combined 108 years of life at this point at the ring of this bell.
You can double Ric Flair's number real quick because of how hard he lived his life.
Yes.
So add on like another 20.
McMahon is 56. Flair is 52. At this
There's no
point
way Flair is older than Vince.
No. That
other way around.
Flair's not older.
Wait,
Other way
no.
around.
That Vince is older than Flair. Yeah, there you go. Yeah,
I would like to remind people that at point of recording, R-Truth is currently 54. So he splits the difference of these two in this match, and he is currently still active.
How old is Triple H?
We are dead smack dab in the middle of the Consortium storyline.
What's the line? What is the line? When he comes out on that Raw,
you and me, we're partners.
We're partners. No, it's not. I am the Consortium.
That's it. Yeah.
Consortium. That's
Flair,
right, ladies and gentlemen.
This is the best Flair looked in a long time.
Yes. It is the storyline in which somehow Ric Flair, at his best in a long time, bought half of the WWF without anybody knowing. Nobody knew that they put their shares up for sale. 2
people knew. Only 2 people knew. The 2 people who sold it to him. Vince's bastard children.
Right.
Yes,
they knew what they were
Remember,
doing.
this is all post. This is like the first truly. Hey, the invasion is 1,000% buried in the ground. Because Vengeance is like the last of that, where all of the belts are being unified eventually. Where they have, Jericho does the thing and yada yada yada, and that's when Vince is like, the next night on Raw. That's when fucking Ric Flair comes out and is, the Consortium is me, and he bought. Remember, the alliance was ECW, who had been purchased or sold, whatever was fucking left of it. You could have probably bought it for a fucking nickel. 2 cents and a fucking straw would have gotten you ECW. So Stephanie bought it.
You weren't buying ECW. You were agreeing to pay their debts.
There you go. You were taking on their debts. So Stephanie took on ECW's debts. Shane, remember, it says McMahon on the line, but it doesn't say Vince McMahon, that thing. All the iconic lines. So Shane owned WCW. That was the alliance during the invasion. And then Flair bought out their shares. When they
and speaking of contracts, he notices this handy dandy clause in Vince McMahon's contract. This is the funniest bit of management I have ever seen.
I love this shit.
Flair notices that Vince's contract says owner, comma, wrestler. So because Flair owns half of the company, that somehow gives him the right to book Vince McMahon in a match because he is also a wrestler. But Vince, being owner, somehow does not have the power to get himself out of this match. We're just not going to think about that. Like, it it's the most ridiculous, like, don't think about it too hard storyline they've got going right now. It's awesome. I remember like this. I remember the promos from this. Not watching live. I was not watching live at this point. I
Real
could
quick,
not.
Kaufman.
I could not form memories.
One note. I kept thinking that this was the Undertaker Ric Flair match from WrestleMania.
Mhm.
So I kept asking. And I said it out loud to Darrell once.
Where
I
is
think
Arn?
you heard me. Where's Arn Anderson?
Mhm.
Like I kept thinking to myself, Arn Anderson's gonna come out. Never did. Still should have. That's all. That's all I want to say. Continue.
He's not coming out here, but McMahon is coming out here looking like he ate an Arn Anderson sized amount of steroids before going out here. Allegedly,
Brother?
don't want to insinuate, even though he's been in he's been to court
He
several
was
times.
juicy.
Couldn't even put
He-
his arms
like-
down.
No, he
Yeah.
couldn't. He could not physically put his arms down because, like, whatever this part is was as big as this part up here.
This is one of the most ridiculous looks for Vince at this point. This run for the next like 3 years or so, when he starts doing matches every now and then, he's at his peak of like, how does a human look like this?
It
It's
looked like they photoshopped his head
Mhm.
onto another body.
It's funny you say that
Legitimately.
because I
Like,
was
even
watching.
the coloring.
I was watching with my girlfriend, and she pointed out that McMahon's head is way too small for his body. It looks like somebody went on Photoshop and like dragged from the top right corner and just dragged down a couple of
Yeah.
inches or whatever.
It was
And-
crazy.
She also added in that Ric Flair, who comes out next, has the body of a Dorito.
That's a great way to describe it.
Which is 100% correct here and
Eventually, we're
always.
gonna have her on so that she can talk about something. Because God, dang it.
She has some notes.
I know. Ugh.
But they do make it down to the
Tell her
ring,
we're sorry.
and
Tell her you're sorry for making her watch this shit.
we like
Good.
I said, I had to apologize
Good.
for Survivor Series 06 last week.
Oh, you didn't? I didn't hear that. But oh boy. Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, we had to turn it off after the crime time bit. We put a day in
Oh,
between
yeah, that I remember. Oof.
it. But anyways, they lock up, and of course Vince immediately takes control over the however many time world champion Ric
16.
Flair. He is 16 at this point. That's right.
Yeah, because one looked like a
Um,
fucking raisin, and the other one looked like he ate himself.
That's true. And then he throws Flair off, and then and then flexes after locking up. You know, he flexes hardcore like Power
That
Man
whole
style.
thing.
Where it's like he's revving himself up.
Hogan.
And he let's see. They do another headlock spot. Flair takes a shoulder tackle, and dude sells it like he ran straight into a brick wall, because he did. Vince then mocks Ric Flair by strutting around. Flair gets back up. He struts, shows McMahon how to do it. The crowd woos super big. We're here in Atlanta, by the way. I don't know if we mentioned that at the top of the show. It's the OG Phillips Arena. RIP. It's now known as State Farm. The set is incredible with the Circletron, with all the scaffolding and piping everywhere. We're here in Atlanta, and so, you know, on the fringe of Flair country, maybe deep in the heart of Flair country. I don't really remember how well. Atlanta loved Flair from the territory days.
They love.
Oh,
I can tell you,
Flair is a god
specifically.
from Arkansas all the way to Florida.
Yeah, I never know where Flair country like extends
family-
to.
That's
'cause
all.
it-
That's Flair country.
Okay, just
Yeah,
all the
deep
southeast,
in the
basically.
You know what?
South
You know what?
love
The
Flair,
SEC.
yeah.
It's the fucking SEC.
Yeah.
A lot of my older family members are terribly mad at me right now for not saying that Ric Flair was beloved down here, but you know, but the crowd is all here for Flair this entire match.
Oh yeah.
McMahon ends up recovering from Flair's struts. Does another shoulder tackle, an elbow spot in the corner. Vince starts to chop Flair and gives the worst woo of all time.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's like, yeah, it's whoa. It's like he said it with a period.
because with the amount of steroids in him, there is no like upper limit to that voice.
There's
It's
no
all
falsetto.
just like, it's literally nothing but like, I don't know. It's like his nuts continue to drop consistently over and over again because
That's
what
a
he's
great
done
point.
to himself is insane.
From,
Like
like,
it's
drop
insane.
Like his voice sounds completely different after 2000.
Ah.
Yeah, it gets like, oh, like, Jesus Christ.
It sounds like a barbarian.
And this barbaric woo pisses off Flair so much that he reverses and starts chopping of his own, laying him in too. He's chopping pretty good, and Vince is selling like
shotgun.
he stepped in a frozen puddle. That's what he's got his like face all pushed back. Like Vince does this thing whenever he's trying to sell pain, like he gets this bewildered look on his face, and it's like his mouth is trying to run away from him backwards, and his face gets all scrunched up, and he's doing it here. He ends up poking Flair in the eye, gets Flair back into the
Pulls a Hulk
corner,
Hogan move.
does a close, yeah, he pulls out the good guy eye poke.
Babyface eye poke.
Let's see. King must be trying to get a raise because it's this point, like he's been glazing Vince McMahon the whole match, and at this point he was laying it in thick. He must have had like a contract due soon, and he wanted some extra money and wanted it on record how much he loved and adored Vince McMahon.
Wait,
Which
also,
fitting.
I think the King has only been back for not too long at this point.
Yeah,
Because Paul Heyman did all the announce work.
That's
Yeah,
right,
everything.
during
Oh
Invasion.
yeah, the XWF. Remember, guys, he was doing commentary for that, or maybe he wasn't, brother, but he was. So this is post divorce with the cat, and that's why he's here and he's begging for money. It makes 100% sense, Kaufman. You're on something there. You're on to something.
And Vince is on Ric Flair at this point in the match. He
And
gets him
HGH.
back in the corner, then throws Flair to the outside, and bonk. This is when Vince gets a sign. What did that sign say? It was like no use or something like that. It was a weird sign. I hadn't seen it before, but hitting him over the head with this like aluminum sign, which causes Flair to bleed naturally. Let's see, I'm losing my spot here and I'm trying to just recover.
He bleeds a lot.
He
But
bleeds
to
a
be fair,
lot.
it's a miracle he wasn't already bleeding because Flair is. I kept looking for the point that Flair was going to go down, and I could see him like I was looking for him putting his hands around his forehead. I never caught it, so they didn't get him juicing on camera.
It was off camera. I found what I was looking for. It was a keep off sign. I was trying to stall to find where I wrote that down. But yeah,
Like
Vince
keep off
hits him
grass?
over the head with a feud. Like keep off the railing, keep off the barricade. I don't know.
Okay.
And he bends it over with a sizable dent. Bends it over Flair's head. He whips Flair into the barricade, grabs a trash can, and King's glazing just turns up to another level.
King is all over Vince, right?
Yeah, King is glazing Vince hardcore, and then JR just goes, "This conversation's going down the wrong road," which got me to laugh. Vince gets the single-use garbage can, hits Flair over the head with it, causes Flair to do the Flair flop. Flair is bleeding profusely by this point. And Vince notices this, starts punching on Flair's head, knees him in the head, runs him into the post, runs him into the stairs, and then tries to do a scoop slam to Flair and does not protect him at all. Just like, I don't know if it was on the follow through, the release, whatever. I don't know if it was Flair just trying to take the bump on his hip, but he did not land flat at all. But he does this
Maybe
right
it's
in
the
front
fact
of
that despite what his contract says, he's not a wrestler.
Mm-hmm.
You know, maybe it's that.
He may have won the Rumble, but he does not know how to wrestle.
He may be a former WWF and ECW world champion, but he does not know how to wrestle.
It's at this point they start going into the crowd because they brought out Flair's kids earlier. It's just two of them. It's Reed and I'm blanking on her name. It's not Charlotte.
Megan.
It's just them two, and Megan's got a camera.
That's unhealthy. I should know that.
That was an elite pull. But yeah, Megan's
you know why it's
an
elite pull? Because I specifically noticed that her name is spelled Megan, and Ric Flair says Megan, and it pisses me off. Anyways, it's not Ashley. That's all that matters.
Yes. Vince steals the camera that Megan's using to like film the match, like their little home movie. And Vince tries to take a picture, like a selfie with it. No selfie stick needed. With the bloody Flair. Who knows if they actually took the picture. And hands the camera back to Megan, and they go back into the ring. Vince teases the figure 4, but then just doesn't. Just starts working over Flair's leg. They lock in, and he locks in like a decent stretch. He was trying to go for like a Achilles lock, ankle lock. I'm not sure what he was going for here, but it just looked kind of like a decent stretch.
Lock stretch.
He thought he was doing more than he was. He starts to just slam on Flair's leg. He slams it on the apron, on the post. But these slams look so weak. He's like gently guiding Flair's leg into the post. And then he locks in the figure 4. The ref counts to 2 because Flair's arms or shoulders were down. The crowd starts to rise up because they've seen this spot a billion times and they know how to act. Flair turns McMahon over, so the pressure reverses. Vince crawls out of the ring and then grabs the rubber lead pipe. And Flair, while he's trying to hit Flair with it, Flair low blows him, chops him to the outside. Vince regains the momentum, punches Flair onto the table, takes the monitor out, and bonks him with it. Flair had wrestled back control and hit Vince with it. And this is when they accidentally settle into 3 seconds of the best shot WWE has ever produced ever in any match.
I took this note down.
Flair
using the fucking monitor as a replay, man.
Yes.
Fuck, man.
Flair has got the monitor that he hit Vince with in his hand, and he's going, "Let me see it."
This is those gigantic, big, like gray ones that they used to have back in the day. Not these little like flat things now. You can kill someone with those.
It's not working. So Flair pulls the second one out, and it is. And he sees the replay of him dinking Vince with it on it and sets it down. And they start to replay the replay again. So we have a picture-in-picture replay through the commentary's monitor. And it is sick because they've got Vince and Flair beating each other up in the background as the replay is in the foreground. It's so cool that Kevin Dunn can't help himself but to cut away from it the second it starts setting in. It pissed me off. They could have sat there for another like minute and it would have been amazing. But no, of course we can't.
Why do that?
All good things must come to an end, and with Kevin Dunn, they've got to come to an end immediately.
We need to do a power ranking of moments like those, i.e. when The Rock would put on the headset and talk into the mic. Anytime anybody interacts with that stuff. Because this was the first time I've ever seen that shit happen.
Like creative with the production. That was it was genuinely cool. Like it's strange that it happened in a Vince McMahon match. Hey, he's not on the monitor barking at them. He's not at the monitor barking at them, so they get to have a little creative liberty.
God.
Do you think
Yeah.
do you think whenever he's in the segment, he just hands the reins over to Bruce and says, "Bruce, I need you to yell at them as hard as you
It
can."
was either him or people
No,
power, man.
no.
Oh, you're
It was
right.
Johnny Ace.
It was Laurinaitis.
It was the Ace Crusher, my man.
He didn't have to tell him.
Wait. Was he there yet? Because remember, guys, he was a backstage guy in WCW.
I think it probably
Before
was
this.
in Hayes at this point then.
This your deal, Russo?
No. Oh God.
I don't know if Johnny Ace was back at this point, so I can't remember when he got back. But yeah.
So then it was probably no. You know who it probably was? It was
Who?
probably Pat Patterson, but they couldn't understand the word he was fucking saying. That's what it was. It was Pat Patterson, and nobody knew what was being said, so they were winging it.
Back to the match.
Cassidy.
Flair, at this point, is like throwing Vince in and out of the ring. He gets back up close to his kids. Flair does, says something to them. I think maybe he hands the camera back. That's how she gets it back. Goes back in the ring. Vince is on his knees begging Rick to stop. Rick starts punching him, low blows him, and then absolutely destroys Vince with the quote unquote lead pipe that bends over his head as he's hit with it, because it is made of foam and or rubber.
It's like remember when so I was really drunk during this, so I don't remember it, but you guys do. Remember when Drew McIntyre had the sword and it hit the ropes and he was supposed to cut the ropes, but the sword just like bent and you could just see it, and it's just like,
Yes.
Party City, man, guys, what are we doing? What are we doing here?
Mm-hmm.
So
What we're doing is we're winning a match
Lead
because
pipe.
Flair locks in the figure four. Vince is writhing in pain and does the most dramatic double arm tap out. Like he looks like a toddler throwing a tantrum. He's banging both of his
Like
hands on the
Christian.
ground. And yeah, like Christian throwing a tantrum.
Yeah.
JR has this line at the end. He goes, "What a hellacious board meeting!" And Flair leaves a bloody mess, but a winner. I ended up giving it 3.25 stars. It was fun. Not like a whole lot wrestling to it, but it was like a good territory story, honestly. Like, feels like you could pop on any sort of NWA broadcast of whatever they're streaming on the Vault these days, and
Irony.
this would be on the card, like just between two dudes you've never heard of before, and one of
the
them
irony,
is Stan
Kaufman.
Hansen.
Vince
I know
hated that shit.
he stole it, you know.
But he hated it, but he was very good at doing it, which is weird. I hate that.
He was. What did y'all think? Did y'all have any points that stood out to you?
One thing that I did like was that whenever Vince went over to when he was doing the whole thing with the camera and they kept playing up to that during the match, I thought that was pretty cool. But all in all, I think I'd say this to Anthony when we were watching Survivor Series 05, which was better than 06, by the way. But
Was that the one with Flair on it?
Yeah,
Because
it was
I
him
think
and
you're making
Triple
the
H
same
in that
point I am, right?
Last Man Standing match. Ric Flair is
Rick, the deathmatch wrestler Flair.
especially late career Ric Flair is such a great gimmick match worker. And I don't think he had a bad gimmick match that I can remember. Even Lord the TNA match that he had with Mick Foley,
I don't want to say gimmick. Maybe you would say, because the 18 match with Undertaker is really good, but it's not a gimmick match. It's just I maybe brawl. He was a better brawler at the end of his career.
I don't think that Rick was a bad wrestler.
Or fighter.
I'm just specifically saying
No.
gimmick matches was his specialty.
Yeah.
At this time,
I think I think like in general, like when it was a looser
gunslinger,
less traditional NWA Ric Flair and more like
Terry Funk.
Hey man, you might kill me like that. Darrell. So on the Vault, there's this. They were doing this thing where did you see the Terry Funk stuff?
Yeah. You said that.
So there was another thing that they did, And yeah, this was like early 80s, had to be like early to mid 80s, and it's an empty arena. You remember the one I'm talking about, Daryl?
Yeah, him and
And it's
oh
Terry
yeah, Funk
Funk,
and Jerry. Yeah.
Funk and Jerry Lawler, and Funk's whole thing is that he has invited him to this empty arena, and they're gonna go at it, and it's just Terry Funk and Gordon Soley there in an empty arena, and it's just Funk talking shit like a crazy man. But when Lawler arrives looking like a fucking 2-year-old fat toddler, because he always did with that haircut, and that goatee. What the fuck, man? Looking like a friar out here. Um, when they got in the ring, there was loose wrestling, but it was more of a fight. And at the end of Ric Flair's career, it felt like that's what he was really good at doing, at just being off the cuff and crazy. Eh? Right?
I gave this match a 6 out of
Deathmatch?
10. Like Chris said, I thought it was a fun match. Not really much to it. Hit each other with a couple of weapons. Got their stuff in. Uh, I didn't think the match went on too long because I think matches like this have a tendency of overstaying its welcome when you have two guys that are older, one guy that should not be in a wrestling ring probably, events. But I
How
think
old,
it was an
Kaufman?
ample enough time, and yeah, I
56
like the
and
match.
52.
No, I mean
Jesus
the
Christ,
combined
man.
years. What did you
108,
say?
108.
108. But yeah, 6 out of 10 for me.
Has Ric
And I
Flair ever
gave
had
this
like a
one a
long injury
D.
time?
What was that, Cheese?
Like, yeah.
I gave this one a D
Oh,
Didn't enjoy it.
because fuck Vince McMahon.
Oh,
a
fair.
fair point.
Well, I mean that's fair enough.
It'd be unfair. Anthony.
So yeah, I'm with Kaufman. Exactly with Kaufman.
3 out of 5.
Yeah, HGH's.
Okay, man.
Look at his body, man.
Um, then before the next match, which Anthony is going to cover, which was Rock and Chris Jericho for the WWF Championship, there
Oh
was a
boy.
backstage segment with Michael Cole and Nick Patrick, where Michael Cole asked him if he reviewed the fucking segment, he reviewed the match with fucking with Edge and Regal, and Nick Patrick
What?
never answers. And then Stephanie comes back there. So then Stephanie's like, "Hey
What?
Nick, you're excused." And Stephanie's talking up Triple H and how he's gonna eliminate Stone Cold. He's gonna eliminate Undertaker and this person and that person, and then she calls out Stone Cold. And then she starts talking shit about Deborah, which Deborah doesn't show up during the
What?
segment, so it makes it weird. And she doesn't show up ringside, and Stephanie's not also at ringside, so the segment doesn't really make sense. But this is the point I wanted to make earlier about Stone Cold. He comes out and he's doing the what thing. He's spamming the whats. It's crazy. And first of all, unlimited emotion here from Stone Cold Steve Austin. Like, man, hey, the crowd was biting on every single what. They were timing the whats before Stone Cold was even saying it. Despite the damage that the what chants ended up causing to wrestling TV down the road, man, Stone Cold took that gimmick and ran all the way with it. Like he did an amazing job with the gimmick. But the what chant is just the yeet shit. I'm listening to Stone Cold's whole promo cadence changes in '01 to just what, and every couple of words it was a what. It's like when Jey Uso cuts a promo and you can tell he starts pausing to get the yeet shit in. That's exactly what Stone Cold was doing with the what chance at this time. And when I noticed it, I'm like, holy shit, this is never gonna fucking
Yeah.
end, is it?
It forces like every wrestler from here until like 2021
Yep, the deal with the what
to
shit.
have that cadence when doing promos because the crowd is gonna what them.
Yep.
And
You know,
I
my
mean,
problem
like,
is they always ask what, but they never asked why.
Oh, you. At least you watched the show.
All right.
At least you watched the show.
Oh yeah, you never asked. It's never how. It's always just what.
I love how Chris just didn't say anything after that.
Well, what is there to say? What is there to
Fair
say?
point, man.
What? What?
No, why?
But Austin is spamming the
Why?
wall like he's the goose in Untitled Goose Game. I don't know if y'all ever played that, John.
Yeah,
It's
I've heard it.
fun.
Yeah.
But he's
Mop,
like poor Stephanie
mop,
can't get a
mop.
thought out before he's wutting her. And the crowd is just along hook, line, and sinker.
This is the period where Stephanie was about to turn on Triple H and vice versa, and they were about to be a separate item. Because remember, Stephanie was nowhere around during Evolution because he was a womanizer, man. He had divorced his wife. So that's the other thing that's happening. That's how come Stephanie's out here picking fights with Deborah. Because, she's being overbearing wife to Triple H, I guess. And boy, do we hate the what chance these days.
Yeah.
I'm glad that they're mostly gone. The only time
Or
that they're
letters.
there is when they're used
word.
specifically to piss off a heel. But they don't yeet anybody other than Jay.
That's
That's
a
why I
or
said
whoever.
4 letters, 1 word. What? Same thing applies, buddy.
Mhm.
No, we're not
WHAT.
doing-
4 letters. What?
But Anthony, you got the next match here.
Yeah, I do. This is the first time I watched this since I was 10. This match. Because when I was 10, I hated this match. In my mind, it was only like in my mind, the only thing I like the match starts and then there's the turnbuckle spot and then it's done. Right? I was The Rock was my favorite wrestler growing up. So when Chris Jericho, that asshole, did what he did, I did not watch the match again. It turns out it was a lot better than I remember. I don't think it was great, but we'll get along with it. So this is post the unification of the WCW Big Gold Belt and the WWF Attitude Era Big Eagle Belt. Like they Vince McMahon did the unthinkable. Didn't put it on Austin, The Rock, Kurt Angle, or his favorite son, Triple H. Like Chris Jericho's the first undisputed champion, right? And they booked him like a coward the whole way through. The match is great. The match is not is good, not great. This brings me to another discussion that I wanted to have about The Rock. The Rock doesn't really do anything in the ring, does he? In his matches, like traditionally. Like when you think about Rock matches, what do you think about?
I just think about his
Like
comeback sequence and then the finisher.
it's always the comeback sequence. It's always the punches, and he's got 3 big moves, and he does all 3 of them. He's got the belt, the overhead belly to belly, which he does, and it's always great. He has a Samoan drop, and he's got his
Float over DDT.
his DDT. Yeah, which is
Anthony,
a great
you're
DDT.
forgetting one of his greatest moves. His sharpshooter, man. What are you talking about?
Buddy. So,
Hell no.
anyways, the match starts. They both come in. They do the thing. Jericho smack talking The Rock. The Rock opens up with a flurry of not. It's like one punch, throws him to the ropes, hits him with a Samoan drop, and then it's kind of just a back and forth, a bunch of Irish whip reversals and fists, and then they slow it down, Darrell, for a minute. Right? I counted the time. It's a whole minute of rest hold. He hits a sharpshooter, but does not sit into it. This is kind of
Ever. He never does.
he
that.
never did. He never did. Like this is after Jericho hits a lion salt, which is great because I think he hits 2 lion salts.
Yep.
He hits 2 lion salts because he's gonna put him away. The Rock does not give him anything on this one. The whole dynamic of this match is that Jericho is the undisputed champion, but he's the underdog. Because The Rock is The Rock. What, he's going in chasing his 7th championship, I think they point out at one point.
Record, yeah.
Yeah, which I think him and Austin ends up at the end of his career having like 6. I think Austin doesn't win another one at this point because he's done.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we get about we're a third of the way through, and then you have, of course, the Canadians start interfering. So you've got Lance Storm who comes out, causes a distraction, so Christian can come in, try to hit The Rock with a. Is that how the belt gets introduced into this match? If I'm correct. I think
Oh,
Christian's the
yeah.
one who brings it in. Christian brings it in, and then doesn't do anything to The Rock. Whatever, it causes the distraction. What is as JR put it, the two young Canucks. Because of course he did. The crowd's hot the whole time, mind you. I don't know if we talked about that throughout the entire show, but they're hot. They're like biting on everything that they have watched so far.
I don't know what happens between this pay-per-view here in 2002 and like 5, 6 years from now to the city of Atlanta. They will not produce a pop anywhere close to anything on this show until like Evolution, maybe day one in 2022. Atlanta crowds notoriously not the most loud.
It's
But it was
weird.
so weird to hear them be so
Well,
up
this
and
is the
lively for
hottest they
everything.
ever were. Like this is, I think, like that whole period of time, man, between this and 2022, it was butt cheeks. Like there was a lot more valleys than there were peaks. Let's put it that way, right? That's
what I was texting y'all about earlier today. I went into a game shop and they were playing like 0304 Raw,
Yeah.
and I'm like, this is unwatchable. It was Eugene's gold medal celebration with Angle,
and
and
they
I'm
kept
like,
doing it.
like in this
And you know
public's
what? And you know
face,
what?
as knowing like
So
what's
was
going
Eugene.
on.
The boots.
Luckily, nobody was paying attention. Me over here in the corner, I know what's going on. Can I purchase my copy of SmackDown?
That's
Just
so
bring it
funny
and
that you
leave?
went into a game shop and that's what was playing.
No, when you
Yeah,
said
yeah,
Tatanka
I
came
know.
out, that's what fucking killed me.
Tatanka came out next.
Oh,
That's right.
this is that
His
second run of Tatanka, right?
Yep.
his theme started playing, and some heads kind of turned and
Oh.
eyebrows furrowed in the store. But then they looked up and was like, "Oh, it's that wrestling shit," and then they moved
Oh,
on.
but you know what they hadn't? They didn't even like blink an eye at. Was the guy doing the thing with the thing that we're not don't that thing?
I think
Eugene,
that
that's so weird.
I think that was probably their expectation when they saw Eugene. They're like, "Yeah, that checks."
How much of Eugene has Cindy seen?
A little bit. I think there was some sort of like, I don't know if it was a Cultaholic or Steven Larson video or something where they talk
This
about him. And I had to quickly like give the synopsis on that
explain
whole
it.
storyline.
One of these days, you gotta make don't make her, but volunteer. Ask her if she would. Maybe try to convince her to sit down and watch a Raw Roulette episode of Raw with you. Just
Jesus
as a
Christ.
study. Just as study.
I'm not doing that to myself, so I don't want to inflict that.
At some point, I'm picking one of those as the show.
I'm gonna pull a cheese.
So I
when you
also
do
want to
that.
bring up the point.
I'm sick that day.
No, I'm not gonna tell. No.
I got a doctor's appointment at the dentist.
Shut up. I dumped AEW for y'all tonight. I dumped my prime opportunity to see MJF live.
Yeah, because you really wanted to do that.
Yeah.
So back to the rest holds.
Yeah, back to the rest holds.
Jericho's doing his typical ask him on like a regular.
He does my favorite SmackDown shut your mouth move. My favorite SmackDown video game move that like he did as a character, which is the standard suplex into the foot on the chest with the flex.
Yeah.
The what was it? I think it was called cocky pin, something like that in the game. But this is also something that they do a lot in this match and just in general in this time period, more than I feel any other time, where it was the move theft, finisher theft, where everybody's doing everybody's finisher to everybody except The Rock, because there's no way in hell he's doing a lion tamer. I mean, not a lion tamer, a lion salt. A lion salt.
I wanted it. I wanted the lion salt Rock so bad. I wanted
and then so Jericho hits the Rock bottom. He's gonna do the people's elbow, and the Rock predictably kips up, stops it from happening. And then he rock. They end up in the outside, which my favorite thing about any time we get a Rock table spot is there's a 50-50 chance that it's gonna go well, or it's not, because it's The Rock. Think about how many times you've seen that announce table fall out from under him on its own. Too many times. So Jericho's gonna hit him with a rock bottom. They've cleared both spots. And of course, again, predictably, the Rock counters. He hits a pretty awesome rock bottom onto Jericho from one announce table onto the Spanish announce table. So poor Hugo, his table just explode. The table exploded beautifully too. Like it completely just popped.
Video game explosion.
It was a video game explosion. It was a SmackDown Just Bring It explosion. To where am I here? They end up back in the ring. Jericho locks in the walls of Jericho after countering a rock bottom. And then
Nick
Hebner
Patrick
gets
goes down.
because Hebner gets knocked out during a counter where the Rock does a flying like elbow, forearm, whatever. Then Nick Patrick runs down the ring because hey, you got a bunch of refs back there. You got Teddy Long, you got Tim White, you got Lil Nate now. You send out the one who's the most unreliable, right? And then he refuses to count after the Rock hits the rock bottom. Like he's just standing there, like looking at the Rock.
Me to my friends in the special guest mode in 2K. Nah, I'm not counting for you.
No, sir.
Nah, you took the last brownie. You took the corner piece too. You're not getting any pinfalls.
Also, Jericho before this had hit the Rock with the title belt, and he kicked out of that on his own. And when he did, that crowd exploded. Like Jesus Christ, did they? It was like one of many times that they exploded like that tonight. Rock hits his signature DDT. He's already done the overhead. He had already done the Samoan drop. It was only a matter of time. Nick Patrick eats a rock bottom. And then the Rock hits a people's elbow. Jericho gets the low blow. He for some reason I said okay, I forgot to mention that earlier in the match. I says what I says. Earlier in the match, Jericho had exposed the turnbuckle. Like he'd taken the pad off, which we all knew was going to play into it at some point. I said that he exposed TB, which I'm like, oof, okay, tuberculosis.
I was about to say tuberculosis.
Yeah. So he throws the Rock into the exposed turnbuckle, and then he does something that absolutely just pisses me off. It's not that he pins him and uses the ropes. It's that the man is elevated like to the point where most of his body is up in the air, and it's Earl Hebner who comes in to replace Nick Patrick, right?
Yeah, he gets back up.
Earl Hebner does not notice. He does not notice any of it. He does not notice that half of Chris Jericho's body is elevated, and he gets the 3. Jericho gets a cowardly win. It's a good match, but The Rock really just does a lot of selling, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Like he wrestles like Ric Flair.
He is.
Just think about what Ric Flair does.
Yeah, there you go.
Don't say it. Don't say
it's
that.
It's like what we were talking about with Edge earlier. The Rock, I do enjoy his promos. I do enjoy the stuff he does. In the ring, I'm like, I don't know what's going on here, but I like it.
Mm-hmm.
I like his matches. It's just you realize he doesn't do a lot more than a lot of basic things.
You don't need to. You don't need to do a lot.
Yes, I think
he understands pro wrestling.
The Rock is an extremely good case study in
he's athletic
over in the ring and not like I think too many guys. This is my unprofessional opinion here, but I think a lot of guys get caught up in getting over because they do a bunch of moves instead of the few moves that you do getting over. Like if you look at like late career AJ Styles doesn't do as many moves as he was doing back in 05, but the moves that he does do are so over because those are his moves. The way that he does them is so unique to him, and he knows how to connect with the crowd with his moves. And I think that goes a lot further than just doing a bunch of stuff. So I think that's something that Rock really, really, really nailed down. Especially by this point,
they're economic with what they do in the ring.
His DDT, when he hits his float over DDT, what's coming next. And
Yeah.
when he hits his Samoan drop, hey,
I do wanna note that he did a future shout out to Roman Reigns by hitting one of the worst spears I've ever seen.
Oh, the spear punch move from
That
from
was
the SVR
the
games.
spear punch move. I was like,
Yeah.
are you spear punching or is that like a really shitty Luthez press that you're going for? Pick one. I you know what? Give it a 3.75. Rock's hairlines out of 5 because that boy was receding.
Give it a 3/4 fade.
I gave
Yeah.
this match a 6.5 out of. I was wrestling between a 6.5 and a 7. To me,
It was good,
it was good. The interference bit
but it was
with
missing.
Storm and Christian in the middle was kind of whatever.
Well, it didn't really do anything, did it? Like
Yeah, it really didn't
ultimately.
lead to anything. So it was just kind of, oh yeah, that happens. Cool to see Christian, I guess. But yeah, I mean, it was a decent match. Wasn't Chris Jericho's best work in my opinion. Wasn't The Rock's best
Wasn't
work,
The
but
Rock's best work either.
it was
Yeah.
it was a good match. Yeah, so I'll give it a 6.5 out of 10.
Yeah, it's one of those pay-per-view matches that's here because we need a championship match, and the boys were probably told you don't got to go too crazy tonight. We got a story going on here, so just hit the high points, do something new, go through a table, take it home, and
You don't got to work too hard because Maven's head is going to do a lot of work later for you.
oh yes, it will. I gave it I gave it 3 3/4 stars. Like I felt like it was on track to a 4-star match.
Simpatico.
I thought it was on track to a 4-star plus, but it just kind of like petered out.
You know what it is? I think it was the dynamic of what I was saying, where that I know what Chris Jericho can do, and him working cowardly heel that way just was not doing it for me. Like
Jericho,
I don't
there's
know.
there's like a good 3-minute stretch in this match where like they kind of just don't do anything, and it's like
I didn't get
it
the
was
triangle
supposed.
drop kick.
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
It was
like
like the 3 minutes where Jericho was supposed to get his shine, but like because it's O2 WWE, your heel can't be cool. So
yeah,
yeah,
which is
just
the
keep telling
whole
the
issue with Jericho's
just
run.
keep telling the ref to ask him. Like like that's all you got to do for the next 3 minutes. You're good. But yeah, 3 3/4. Cheeseman?
I give it a C
Chessman.
plus. Not the best, not the worst, but you got Prime Rock and Prime Jericho, so you know you're gonna have fun.
Yeah.
You know what's funny?
What's up?
The Rock is gonna win that title that year.
Yep.
Except it's gonna be cursed whenever you look at that image because it's so weird seeing any Attitude Era guys with that belt.
Dude,
Like any Attitude Era main event guys, I should say.
I don't know what it is. Everybody looks cursed with that belt now. Like when I was younger, that was my favorite belt.
There's only one guy.
Mm-hmm.
2 guys. There's only 2 guys who look good with that belt. Brock Lesnar and Kurt Angle.
Yeah.
And JBL.
Eddie looked good
And
with it.
oh shit, you're right. Eddie looked great with it. Eddie did look great because it looked giant
It's
on Eddie.
true.
'Cause he
Eddie
was
looked
5'2".
But these days, like I
No
look back
offense, I
at it
love
and I was
Eddie.
like,
No
I
offense,
don't
but
like
we
it as
Mexicans
much
before
anymore.
they
Like
think I
it's
was
not
making fun
as.
of Eddie.
Triple H with that belt, I was like, what the fuck am I looking
I thought that was
Triple
AI
H is the
generated.
first guy. Oh, wait. You know what's the most cursed of all of that?
Brother.
Hulk Hogan
Dude.
walking around with that one, brother. Dude,
Let me
Jack.
tell you something, brother. All right, let's get
I gotta
this
go
rumble
over one
before
more time, brother.
let's get to this rumble before we get the Hulk Hogan
That was gonna
tirade.
happen, I know, brother.
Yeah. But of course, standard 30-man rumble. Lawler did get me with this line. So Fink was in the ring explaining the rumble and talking about the implements and all kind of stuff, and he was like, "Hey, the match is already an hour. Let's get to it." That one did get me. The match starts off. Rikishi and Goldust are the first 2 entrants. There were a lot of returns in this match. Like
most perfect starting 2 of all time. Most perfect.
But
Like-
Goldust gets a huge pop.
JR was foaming at the mouth, just like
fucking
mouth
Rikishi.
watering over Rikishi's ass. Like Oh my God,
was
Jim
so
Ross
good.
was deep in it. So was a few other people soon.
But
Oh, Teddy Long makes an appearance at the start
oh
of this
yeah,
for
It
the
Anthony
does.
third
pointed
week
that
in a
out.
row.
Yeah.
How
And
big
this
is
is
his
the
head?
it's the same size as last week as '06.
Okay.
But this is the third week in a row we've seen Teddy Long, and this is the third different occupation he has because we saw him as a
Oh
manager, a
yeah,
GM,
Yeah.
and now a referee on the outside.
yeah.
What will he? Will
Huh?
we see him in a match next week?
Um.
Don't make me look for one of those.
Yeah,
Your
I'm not gonna do
contract
that.
says wrestler.
But
I am the consortium.
I just want to talk about some pops that people get in this rumble. So Goldust gets a pretty big pop. Um, Bradshaw gets a pretty big pop. The APA music comes on. You know, people are gonna pop for that every single time. Um, Al Snow gets a pretty big
Can I
pop.
just run through these people real that are? It's gonna end with Al Snow. The starting 10 is so fucking weird because it's
So bad.
Rikishi, Goldust, Big Boss Man, Bradshaw, Lance Storm, Al Snow, Billy No Chuck, Undertaker, Matt Hardy, and Jeff Hardy.
Okay, I want to get to
Bo-
this Undertaker spot with Matt.
Oh,
And Jeff.
guess who comes out at 11? Maven.
So, what were you about to say, Chris? Before I go into it.
Oddly enough, one of the people that doesn't get a big pop is Big Boss Man, who's from like right up the road.
Yeah, he's from right
Well,
there
he
in
has to get a
Colorado.
They don't give
Yeah.
a fuck, but they just saw
He's
Goldust
like
come
15
out. They
minutes
said,
away. Yeah, I
"This is
ain't
the
trying to
first
see
time this
Big
dude's
Boss
come
Man.
back."
I'm not trying to see
Goldust with
O2 Big
Kaufman.
Boss Man.
Kaufman, what championship? What did Goldust have right before he showed up in the E? He was a world champion somewhere, wasn't he?
That's right. I got to pull that back up.
Yeah.
We were talking before the show. We were like, what was Goldust up to right before this thing we were watching here? And
Because
as
I
it
know what a
turns
few
out,
people were doing, but
he does what any good old Southern boy does whenever he loses a job. He goes and works for his parents. Um, he went to Turnbuckle Championship Wrestling, which was Dusty's Fed. Immediately becomes champion. He beats Scotty Riggs to do so.
and he drops the title to vacant.
Yeah, and then he vacates it like not like 2-3 weeks later or something like that. Because he signed a contract to be in this match.
Yep.
And
Yep.
he would have two more matches with TCW. First in a 6-man match with Dusty and Ron Studd, who we saw last week,
Big
2 weeks
Ron
ago,
Studd.
2 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago.
The
And it was
kayfabe son of
against
Big John Studd?
kayfabe son of Big John Studd. Scotty Riggs was his opponent. Fake Goldust was one of the opponents because that's the angles they're running down here in Turnbuckle Championship Wrestling. And
Got an idea. We'll do a fake Goldust.
Jason Sugarman. And also Goldust beat Steve Corino later on in TCW. So
What?
yeah, that's
Wait, what? Why'd you save that one until? Oh God, Steve
that's it.
Corino.
That's his only other TCW match.
That's so funny though. What? Scotty Riggs, fake Goldust, and Steve Corino.
But yeah, Goldust, he in the December directly before this, what's it called? Before this Rumble is when Time Warner offers him a buyout and he accepts it. So like he's officially free of his contract a month before this Rumble comes up. So he really only had time for those couple weeks of TCW, and then he's like, hey, we need somebody to get in here and take the stink face from Rikishi. We need
he got
you,
paid and
Dustin.
paid.
Yes.
He
got
paid
paid,
and paid.
and then a new deal.
Yeah, smart.
He's like the Vegas Raiders, who are
Well, for him,
currently paying 5 head coaches.
That's what a great move that Pete Carroll move was, wasn't it? Anyways,
I mean, why wouldn't you hire a washed-up 70-year-old head coach? I mean, what's the worst that could
isn't
happen?
he like almost 80? Isn't he
so.
like almost 80? Not even like closer. He's closer to 80 than 70. Anyways, The Undertaker proceeds to murder Maven. Darrell, you can have it. Or Cheeseman, whoever wants.
That. So Jeff and Matt are the next two entrants after the Undertaker, and they tried
to break them up, and they brought them back together, didn't they?
Yeah.
Matt and Jeff.
Matt breaks. I think when the draft happens, Jeff goes to Raw and Matt goes to SmackDown, and that's when the 1.0 character starts. And
something that happened here with them that involved Lita that had them kind of splitting, and then they realized that was not a good idea.
I think that was beforehand. Yeah, they were trying to run a storyline where Matt and Jeff were going to be feuding, and then it was like none of these.
And then the unified hatred of Mark Calloway cemented that bond back together.
So they're beating the shit out of Taker, and then Taker just. I don't remember how he eliminates Jeff, but I know for certain he hits Matt with
it was a whisper in the wind.
Jeff
went for whisper in the wind, and Taker catches it and then just flips him over the rope like bye.
And then he hits Matt with a nasty last ride. Matt just back flat on the It's man is devastated, and then he gets Matt out of there. So
look, hey, this is my favorite Undertaker in terms of in-ring work because he's out here just flattening people.
Mm-hmm.
He's also out here fucking up the twist of fate. He did not get the Iggy on how to take that move.
I'm not taking that move.
He heard twist and he's like, so neck breaker.
Yep.
Because Matt gives him two twists of fates in this. Both of them Taker swings like it's a neck breaker. And
so backstage he was like, yeah.
It was almost as if Taker's like, hey, they didn't catch me fucking up the first one. We got to do this again. They really need to know that I don't know what I'm doing on this move.
But so then Maven comes out after Matt and Jeff get eliminated. So Maven, of course, is getting his ass beat by Taker. And then Lita gets up on the top rope and she starts messing with Taker. Taker brushes her off, and then Matt and Jeff get in the ring and start wailing on Taker again. Taker fights the both of them off, throws them out again. And then Taker's leaning on the ropes, and then you get the iconic spot where Maven drop kicks Taker out of the ring, and Taker almost rips his knee to shreds when he lands on that. Every time I see that spot, I wince. I know what's gonna happen. But then Taker gets that look on his face, like, "Oh yeah, you got the moment. Congrats! I'm about to fuck you up, kid.
You're gonna have to pay for it now.
I'm gonna give you a moment."
He gets Maven to the outside, and he hits Maven with one of the nastiest fucking chair shots I've ever heard in my life. This is the second week in a row Taker's done this.
I was about to say this. I don't know if anybody is I don't know if anybody does this better than Undertaker, which is just absolutely destroy chairs on people's heads. Heads specifically.
I'm calling that the chair shot of death because everybody who got hit with that chair shot like that just fizzled.
That's a chair shot from hell. Okay, if we have a clothesline from hell, that's the chair shot from hell. Because holy shit, this is 2002. Mm-hmm. You know he'd been laying those in the Attitude Era, and then we saw that he was still doing it 4 years later.
Yeah, he was still laying his chair shots in up until 2009 when they stopped the headshots.
Yeah.
His worst one is within the next couple years too. The one he did to was it Chuck Palumbo or
no? The one he did to Chris Canyon was
Chris Canyon. That's who it was.
Canyon. Yeah, that was 2002, right? It was that.
It's around this time. But yeah, that one is the worst.
Chris Canyon wasn't there that long.
This Maven one's got to be number 2.
Oh man, that Ken Anderson.
Man, okay, the Ken Kennedy one was the crowd gasped, man. The crowd gasped. Brutal, man. They were in shock.
And that was a Philly crowd too.
What witness?
And they gasped like that.
Oh, that's a good point.
That's true.
That's a good point. Holy shit. It's just the sound of metal on skull that only the Undertaker can produce. Undertaker and The Rock that one night. And the time that The Rock gave that one to Shamrock, that Shamrock asked for. You remember where Shamrock's on his knee and The Rock just comes in swinging like a
Yeah,
bat?
and he tells,
Ooh, buddy.
But
Anyways,
Maven
turn it
gets,
up, banging it, banging it,
yeah,
banging
and then
it, banging
Taker
it,
beats
banging
up
it. We got
Scotty's ass to
Scotty
hit
too
that spot.
hot.
Oh,
Yeah.
Scotty, man.
Um,
Hey, question. Do y'all know who eliminated him?
Scotty?
Yeah.
Oh, DDP.
Oh yeah, I got it somewhere.
He hit him with a diamond cutter.
Yeah.
Oh,
yep.
that's right.
Yeah, because Scotty is the worm on, I think, Christian. And then, was it Christian or was it Chuck?
I'm looking.
I think he
It's
hit on
funny
Christian.
because I thought that Stone Cold had already come out, but it's
No.
not that.
Mm-mm.
It's just that when I see the eliminated by thing here on the side, there's a lot of Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Yeah,
Oh, so yeah.
we're
And
losing
Undertaker.
track of stuff that's happening at this point because they're cutting in between Taker beating the shit out of Maven all the way through the crowd
Yep.
and up into the concessions.
Yep.
Christian
Hey,
comes out here at
automatic plus
13
stars.
with the theme.
Yep.
Christian. Christian.
That got a bonus quarter
Applause.
star for me.
You're on your own.
But then a cast of
Ba-dum.
side characters come out. Christian comes out.
Oh, real quick, did he get his pyro?
Did he?
Because
No.
Christian at this time period, he had both a goat theme song and a goat like
Oh yeah, the pyro was crazy.
fucking pyro package where it would just rain down before Randy Orton.
He didn't.
Before Randy Orton.
He didn't, and he probably didn't because Goldust got the confetti earlier, and they probably didn't want to burn the place down.
Wait, when did they care about that? They tried to burn Undertaker one time.
Taker at this point throws Maven's head through popcorn. Maven has been bleeding for a little bit, and this is 02. We don't give a fuck about sanitation.
Man, he ruined some good popcorn.
He threw some like Maven's bloody head through the popcorn, and then he grabs the topmost, definitely got some red on it, popcorn pile, looks at it and takes a bite.
Tasty, just like
tastes like hepatitis. Oh. Wow, okay.
Tastes like Abdullah.
Man, this tastes like Bob Orton Sr.
Well, then that's probably when
Bob
Taker
Orton.
started to care a little bit. But that is so wild that Bob just didn't get tested for hepatitis.
I forgot, Darrell, that him and Bob Orton and Undertaker and all that whole thing. I
Taker,
forgot they were
spazzed backstage because they were like, "Hey man, what the fuck?
What the hell do you mean you got hepatitis?"
But
I'm taking you to wrestler's court immediately.
After Maven was officially eliminated by Taker,
I'm gonna get the BTK to beat you up. Is that what
they
it's
have?
called?
I think so.
BSK.
Yeah,
BSK.
BTK
I
is the
don't know my
blind catcher
letters.
killer, and that's not a good
Oh, well, yeah, I'll get him anyways.
But DDP comes out, Chuck Palumbo comes out, Godfather gets a huge pop. He was returning.
We know why.
Yeah, Godfather went legit. I think this is when he got that brothel in Vegas.
He opened up a brothel for
yeah.
realsies.
Several.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then Albert comes out, and it wigged me out because I thought Brian Christopher was gonna come out when the Too Cool.
Oh, this was that period of time.
Yeah, but it was when Albert was the hip hop dinosaur, wasn't he? I think. Or
Can
something
we address
like
the fact that he's been in WWE on 2 different occasions, and both times at one point he had a dancing gimmick?
Yep.
3 different occasions.
And now he's the top
Brother
trainer
loves
in
to
NXT.
He was Prince Albert. Don't forget, he was Prince Albert, where he was just like wearing leather stuff and hairy and extra. Oh man, look, look. Pause. Look, man, it is cool that you are naturally that way, but do something about it.
I mean, he did something about it when he came back as
But
Tenzan,
please,
man.
for the rest of us, change.
When he went to
Darrell,
Japan.
but that doesn't apologize for a lot. Yeah,
Man,
because the
Tenzan
Japanese
is
looked at him
enough
and
of
said,
apology, man.
and they looked at him and they were saying, brother, we did not hire the Bigfoot. We hired fucking Albert. Now,
what was his name?
Shave that shit and get it in check. Oh my God.
Giant Bernard.
Giant Bernard.
Yeah.
That's a pull. That was in some gray matter.
Meanwhile, DDP is eliminated off screen, no replay.
Yep, no replay.
That got minus 3/4 stars for me. You do
By
not
Christian.
Yep.
You do not do that to the angel that is DDP.
No, Chris, remember, Bruce Pritchard said that they did a focus group and none of the fans who always reacted when he came out, by the way, knew who DDP was.
Darrell Cheeseman, that wasn't for you. The angel thing was for me.
Wait, what's the
I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about. One time in 2K, we went through this thing where we were just fucking around with the game and we were putting the tires on people. That's how we turned Triple H, or you turned Triple H into like Shawn Michaels, and it was weird. But
that did happen.
We just made DDP into an angel.
Because
think about what he's done.
I mean, yeah, I was about to say
a good person.
It was around the time of that like Jake the Snake documentary. So like that whole thing was how DDP took Jake in and like helped him get back on his feet and get everything together and all that.
Since then,
and then he does it with Scott Hall too at the end of the episode, or I mean at the end of the documentary.
Yeah.
And like, by the way, he did it again.
And then he gave Lex his leg work back by helping him there.
Yeah,
and then he's working with Butterbean.
That's what it was.
Yeah, and then he's working with Butterbean. That's what it was, Kaufman. That's what inspired the angel thing.
It was the Lex one, because we thought he had mystical healing powers.
Clearly. He probably does. It's called DDP Yoga.
DDPY.
Like, it's literally DDPY. There you go. Hey, speak of Dustin credits being able to continue doing what he does now. Fucking 20 years later, to DDP Yoga.
Christian does
DDP Yoga. Chris Jericho, AJ. All those dorks do DDP Yoga, which maybe we should. That's a video. That's content down the line. We're talking about that later.
But
we all do DDP Yoga and then report back.
So Godfather,
anyway, what y'all think about Perry Saturn?
Nothing at all. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Well, I'm gonna tell you what I thought of him. I thought Austin did exactly what he should have done to him.
So Stone Cold comes out, the crowd, like everybody was getting a decent little reaction. The crowd blows up when Stone Cold comes out. He starts eliminating people. He's stunnering people. The what chants are going crazy. He
eliminated
punch that
Christian.
Yep.
Chuck.
Yep.
Perry Saturn. Val Venus. Test. Guys, Val Venus came in right after.
No pop. By the way, I just wanted to point
no
that
pop.
out.
Negative pop. You literally got the peakiest peak and the valliest valley all from one moment to the next.
Dude, Austin eliminates Christian and Palumbo twice.
Yes,
he eliminates them.
Oh, yeah.
Then once he had nobody left, he saw Christian, got back to his feet, dragged him back in, stunned him again, threw him back out, did the same thing to Chuck Palumbo. Said, "Get out here, Val Venus, now. I need another person to stun."
Also, Test has the jobber version of his theme here that he carries up until 06 when he gets fired, or 07, I can't remember. But he also gets eliminated by Stone Cold. And then at 22, Stone Cold sitting in the ring. He's waiting, and Triple H comes out. And this entrance trips me out because Triple H takes the slowest Rumble entrance I've ever seen in my life.
It is the most. Man. I am penciled in for this one tonight, boys. Like, that is like this show was not for the boys at that moment. Okay, it was for him.
Hurricane comes out. He gets eliminated by Stone Cold and Triple H because they team up. Hey, 2-man power trip, man. Then Farouk comes out. Then Mr. Perfect comes out, and like the crowd blows up for Mr. Perfect. Of course, WCW Atlanta. Fantastic. He ran big in that circuit. And also, I mean, Mr. Perfect is awesome. So, and Mr. Perfect, he gets a big push in this Rumble, man.
Hey, man.
Like, he comes out straps down.
Good. Yep.
He's not even
ready yet. Pre-de-strapped.
He's
coming.
No, I have a theory. I have a theory that plays out in this match. The way straps work for Kurt Angle and most other wrestlers is when you take them off, you're powered up.
Mhm.
I think Mr. Perfect is the opposite, and we'll see in this match because
Mhm.
he progressively puts it back on and gets more powerful as he puts more
Every
straps
time.
on, but he loses them pretty quickly. So
Mhm.
like by the time he's eliminated, he's half like he's almost got both of them
Ill-fitting
off
straps
again.
were his downfall.
So Mr. Perfect looks this good because he is fresh off of a run in the XWF.
Yep.
Guys, okay? Don't forget that. He just came off of that crap. He's still in ring shape. He's ready to go. He looks great.
Mhm. This that
And then Kurt
doesn't
Angle comes up.
last too long, but
Hey. Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
yeah, that and steroids isn't a
Line.
great mix, but
And steroids.
um,
Kind of
but
playing right from hell.
Farouk gets
Because he was
eliminated
on
like
that.
quick as hell by
38
Triple
seconds. Or
H.
36 seconds. I see the time right
Yeah,
here.
I'm like, that
36
shit pissed
seconds.
me off. Then Kurt
That,
Angle
that was a
gets
little
in
bit of that
there.
Triple H racism in there.
Um,
Yeah, he had to. It said it's my night. I gotta get some in.
Guys, let's just get to let's get through because I want to talk about the other person who got 30 a little over 30 seconds. So
Big
let's
Show
get
and
there.
Kane come out, and of course they do that whole spot.
Oh.
And Kane, so they do the Goozle thing or whatever, and then Kane gets Big Show to the ropes and hits him with like this fall away slam out of the ring. And I'm like, oh shit! Like Kane legit got him up
Yep.
and threw him out. I'm like, damn, that was a hype ass
Yep.
elimination. And then I think Kane
Kurt
gets
hits
eliminated
him.
by Kurt Angle with the Olympic
Yep.
slam elimination type thing or whatever.
So-
Then RVD comes out and
Uh-huh.
he gets a huge pop. Of course, RVD forever over.
Can I say
He
the
hits
last one?
uh,
After you say this.
yeah, but RVD comes in, hits like a 5-star frog splash like halfway across the ring. I think it was the Kurt. No,
Yes.
who was it? Yeah, hits a beautiful 5-star frog splash. Then you go ahead, Anthony.
And then Booker T comes out and lasts for 33 seconds.
Yep. He eliminated RVD and then does a spinneroonie.
Less
gets
time
the
than
crowd
Ron
up,
Simmons.
gets thrown out. So yeah. The
Let
last
me
four
let
in
me
this
just
match,
say this. These are the people who got less than a minute.
Yep.
Who are in the seconds, okay?
But hey,
Booker
hey,
T
man.
with the least amount of Booker T with the least amount of time, 33 seconds. Farouk, 36 seconds. The Hurricane, 39 seconds, that makes sense. Albert, 48 seconds, that makes sense.
Man, but Chuck
That's it.
Palumbo got 9 minutes, man.
Booker
Come on.
T should not be down there.
Nope. But
Valvina's got 2 minutes and 58 seconds. That's way more time than I needed to see that asshole.
so the final four of this Rumble, if I'm not mistaken, was Triple H, Stone Cold Steve Austin, Kurt Angle, and Mister Perfect. And I'm like, and every time I watch this shit, I'm like,
They were going to push him.
was he in the final four of this Rumble? And then I'm like, yeah, they were gonna push him, and then he got in trouble, obviously.
A lot of it.
Mr. Perfect, he hits a beautiful no. So what happens first is that Stone Cold is fighting off Triple H, Kurt Angle, and Mr. Perfect. Mr. Perfect and Kurt Angle end up singling him out in the corner. And then I think Stone Cold and Mr. Perfect were fighting on the apron. They end up getting out of the apron to fight on the apron. And then Kurt Angle ends up pushing off Stone Cold. So Stone Cold's like, oh, y'all gonna push me out, then fuck y'all, I'm gonna beat y'all's ass. He gets the steel chair and whacks Kurt Angle and Mr. Perfect. And then he gets in the ring and hits Triple H with the chair. Just for, just because he felt like it.
For funsies.
Then the final three
why not?
in this match is Mr. Perfect, Kurt Angle, and Triple H. Mr. Perfect hits Kurt Angle with the beautiful fisherman with a perfect plex. And then I believe
It's
Triple
always
H.
so clean, isn't it?
Didn't Triple H eliminate Mr. Perfect? Yeah, he eliminated. I think he hits a. I think he hit a pedigree on Mr. Perfect.
So Mr. Perfect is eliminated by
Triple H,
Triple
yeah.
H and Angle are eliminated by Perfect. By Perfect by Triple H to get the win.
Yep.
I think I said that.
Big pop by the crowd. Triple H is still not hated at this time because this is right before
Remember,
the
this
Reigns
is Triple
era.
H coming off of the quad injury.
Yeah.
This is Triple H with the U2 video, Beautiful Day, all that crap. This is
Yeah.
Triple H with the Madison Square Garden return, where he's wearing the jacket that I totally almost got Kaufman for Christmas one time, which was the jean jacket with the leather. He's coming out in his fucking bootcut jeans with the best version of his logo, which was the traditional Nazi symbol. The traditional Iron Cross. So yeah, you're my old boy Paul. Now, anyways, what goes on to happen with this? I don't know if y'all have ever do you know the story beats that happened between now and WrestleMania 18?
What are you talking about with Jericho and Triple H?
But there's a very specific thing attached to that.
Is it the dog?
No, it is Stephanie McMahon.
Oh yeah, God.
Because this is the time where, if I'm correct, following this is where she claims that she's pregnant because they're having marital issues. And then that bitch Linda shows up and is like, Triple H, reading it like fucking cardboard, like she's got no personality whatsoever. Son-in-law, my daughter is lying to you and is not pregnant. And then Triple H, they're doing a renewal of the vows on Raw, and that's when Triple H divorces her essentially. Yes, and that's when that very famous image of Stephanie wearing the wedding thing and doing the Stephanie angry face and yelling, and you have JR, the quote was hell hath no fury like a whatever, right? There you go. All that, and then that leads to WrestleMania where Stephanie is in Jericho's corner. The entire feud becomes Stephanie versus Triple H with Chris Jericho as a featured player, essentially. Yep. So that is the future of Triple H, to go on to main event WrestleMania and not have that main event be remembered, because guess who got the last laugh again?
Dwayne,
Rock.
baby.
Dwayne, baby. Match. Yes, he got probably what Triple H wanted.
Vince forced Triple H to put over Hulk. Rock never put Hulk over.
Nope, never. Not once did The Rock ever have to put over Hulk.
He beat him both times they fought each other.
Yep. Yep.
You know what? That makes me laugh. That's great.
It does. But it's so funny to me because overall I think we can agree it was a good show. It was a good Rumble too.
Yeah.
And then everything they do with the Rumble feud.
There were a bunch of fun spots in this Rumble, and that's what you look for in Royal Rumble matches, is just stuff that you're going to remember. It's really hard to make the match flow. The beginning third of this match, nobody had a plan. Nobody had a planned spot. No. It was all just take up time.
Look at who it was.
Exactly. No, and that's part of it. It was all just take up time until Undertaker gets out here.
What's funny about this though is think about all the Rumbles, you can go back quite a few years, and if you're looking at the cast of people, this is the first time where the Rumble, where it felt like the roster of the Rumble, the actual participants were improving in quality. Just think about that. The year before you got lucky that it was kind of the Austin one with Kane and all that and Drew Carey, fun enough, but then you had the 2001 where Rock won. If you look at the actual participants in that, it's all jobbers. Same thing with 99 and 98 and 97 and 96 and 95. I think.
But you get this one where they have the distribution of jobber to star pretty good, because late in the match, it starts getting interesting with all of the names that are coming out. The final 6 is how I set up all of my video games. Everybody in that 6 could win, and it would be either it would make sense, it would be interesting, or it'd be fun. There are a bunch of little spots that I do want to point out.
Not in it because they're in the they had their own match. So
There's a bunch of little spots that I wanted to point out that got plus little stars for me and minus some. Goldust's theme, his first return in the Rumble, so he got a quarter star for me.
And
That
the
chair
pyro.
shot, that chair shot from Taker to Maven got a quarter star. Christian's theme got a quarter star. Diamond Cutter got a quarter star. But DDP's elimination got rid of 3 of those quarter stars. Um, there's a couple more that didn't add anything to the
Bruce
overall
Pritchard would
rating.
disagree.
Um, I had no idea why Stone Cold Steve Austin was selling for Val Venus and Test for a little bit. That made me mad.
Stupid. Yeah.
The Hurricane double goozling Austin and Triple H is the
Triple H,
funniest image of all time.
Yep.
It's the funniest Hurricane joke they've done. Uh, let's see. Let's see.
Who ate the stink face? Who got the stink face? Somebody got stink faced.
Let me see. I have that one down.
Who Kaufman? Who Cheeseman? Damn it! I did it again.
I think it was the Boss Man. The man of the Boss.
Yeah,
It was Boss
It
Man.
was
I
Ray
wrote that
Traylor.
note down.
Yeah.
Ray Trailer. No, that's Big Bubba Rogers.
But yeah,
A
like
man was born to
Perfect.
be a villain.
I was paying attention to Perfect's like straps. He comes out with both of them down, and they stay down until about the point when Hurricane gets eliminated. He finally gets one up, and he like starts to take over, and that's when he starts hitting his moves. That's when he hits the Fisherman Buster. Is after, the Perfect Place after he gets both of them on, and then at some point one gets knocked down, and that's when he starts to like lose control and get knocked out. The Big Show was in there for 2 seconds.
As he should have been.
Kane's elimination. This is prime Kane 01 to 03. There's no better version of Kane.
No.
Angle actually eliminates Kane, and the Atlanta crowd gets mad. They boo him for
He
this.
was in there for 1 minute and 2 seconds.
He eliminates
02
Big
Kane
Show
was,
and
like,
leaves.
Big time over.
But what's funny is Kane the year before, 53 minutes, 46 seconds, 11 eliminations.
Mm-hmm.
That was the year that everybody thought, oh, wow, Kane might actually win the Rumble and go to Mania 17.
Yeah,
I know, right? And then
Didn't
Stone Cold
happen.
Steve Austin walked out and was like, brother,
no,
I'm about to do jack you.
Around the time RVD comes in, JR starts calling Perfect by his shoot name Kurt. So there's two people in the ring named Kurt at this point. One with a K, one with a C. And JR doesn't recognize that he's messing it up either. He just keeps calling Perfect Kurt.
What's funny is
time he does.
You've got 2 guys named Kurt in the ring, and you've got 1 guy named Vince at the back snapping pencils, listening to JR call him Kurt.
You got 2 guys named. You got 2 guys named Kurt. One of them gets more powerful with each strap that he puts on. The other gets more powerful as they take him off. And yeah, Angle does power up.
We never got the match. We never got that match between those 2, and it would have been incredible because cocaine is a hell of a drug, and so are steroids. Gotcha.
But yeah, that was it was a good Rumble overall. Like Triple H winning, I mean, it was the right choice at the time. He did the running. He did his running standard attack and his running grapple at the end. The choke with the punches, and then the takedown with the punches. So all in all, it got. What was that? What's your contention?
I was gonna say I have a contention. It could have been Kurt Angle. Kurt never won a Rumble.
No.
He didn't need to because he was usually going in as a champion.
Yeah,
but,
I think. Yeah.
But I'm going to be honest. I would have much rather have watched Kurt Angle and
Jericho. Yeah, but I think
in retrospect, no. In retrospect, yes. I would say that
match would have been
at the
incredible.
Time,
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it would have been.
No, Anthony, you can't deny it. That match would have been incredible for given that time.
I'm not saying no. It's just I think at that time period, Triple H had just come back, got the monster pop. It made sense. It's just the problem is Triple H is the worst good guy.
After that.
But Triple H is the worst good guy. Oh, I do know what a match that happens. Backlash. Oh, you see. Here's the thing. I could say fuck you to all three of you and pick either Backlash or Judgment Day.
Well, you're gonna have to
From
sit on that
2002.
for a week 'cause it's my time to pick it.
If
It's
you
my time.
I know,
believe
I know,
love
I
is
know.
the only way.
But after you add up all the quarter
Alternates,
stars
baby.
and take away the 3/4 stars, I originally gave this Rumble 4.5 stars because all Rumbles start at a baseline 4 stars anyway. And then it gets the bonus
I
quarter.
don't know about that.
They can go
There's
down.
one with 40
They can
people.
they can go down.
That already
but they
starts
start
at
at
negative.
4. Like bell rings, it's a 4-star match,
Okay.
whether they have a match or not. You know.
And then Alberto Del Rio comes out.
But 4 3/4 star in general or overall once you add everything up for me for the Rumble match itself here. This is a really fun Rumble, and it was halfway through it where I realized I was like, I think this is the Rumble I've seen the most.
Yeah.
Me
It's
too.
between
Me too.
between this or 2008 for me.
Yeah.
Well, it's this one, and unfortunately, one that I stopped watching.
Was it 05?
Oh God, you know the one 4. It's
Oh,
04.
Yeah.
Because 04 is an incredibly booked Rumble. It's just we can't talk about it ever again.
I gave this match a 7 out of 10 for me. Like Chris said, it was a fun Rumble. I thought the pacing got a little weird in the middle with the guys, the main eventers sitting in the ring waiting for the guy. It was funny, but it was also kind of weird. But all in all, I think it was a pretty fun Rumble. Yeah, I give it a 7 out of 10.
Who's on the roster that they could put in those places of jobbers? You know?
Nobody. I think it was the guys who were out there that
Nobody.
got put in.
That's the problem.
Oh, you didn't know?
Yeah.
He wasn't with
Anyway,
the company. He wasn't with the company.
Cheese?
yeah.
And I give it a B- because I am hungry and want dinner.
Anthony.
I give it 4.5 concussed mavens out of 5.
All right. Well, next week, since it is my turn to pick the show, we will be watching TNA Unbreakable 2005.
Yes,
very
I put the
specific
seed in
match.
there.
Cross the line.
And
Absolutely.
When y'all see the card, y'all
Will
let
I
me
be
know what
watching
match.
it? Tune in to find out.
Oh, this is on YouTube. You have no excuse not to watch this shit. The whole
I can't wait to
we'll
pick an
get into
AEW
it.
show and have a 6-hour podcast to cover the one AEW show.
I'm sick.
That's not
I'm sick
happening.
that day. I'm
you
sick
and
that
Cheese gonna
day.
have
You're not. Maybe we just let Cheese talk about it.
Yeah.
But you're only allowed a 1-sentence description and review of each match.
Of
Yeah.
this
So
show
you
or
gotta
of
pack it all.
AEW
In
show?
other words,
Not an AEW
every
show.
sentence is a thesis statement for each match. So you gotta pack it all in, buddy.
Okay. I can
All
do
right.
that.
With that being said, thanks everybody for listening. We'll catch y'all next week for the next episode. Peace out.
Brother.